Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is that time. It's exactly for me, 6 p.m. Friday Pacific Standard Time, and it's the time we get together and chat about all things vegan. And if you are not vegan, you can come here and tell me why you think we're all horrible people, or why you want to be vegan at some point. This live stream is open for all people. All that I ask is you conduct yourself with civility, be a reasonably decent person. You don't have to kiss my butt or anything if you don't like what I have to say, but at least be respectful. And I promise to return the same to you. Civility, that's all we ask for. So glad to see everyone slowly joining us here. I got it started exactly on time, which is weird. Usually been starting a little early. But I had some technical issues, not with this, but I've had weird issues with my utilities this week, which is one reason why I didn't make a proper response video this week. Thanks, Peter, for sending me stuff to respond to. I just didn't get a chance yet, so I apologize. And hopefully that will be all solved following Monday of next week. We got some more technical issues to deal with here. So welcome. Thanks, Peter, for all the story forwards, and thank you, Uncle and Peter, for both being my moderators. I appreciate your guys' being here and hanging out with me, and everyone. Good to see everyone. So Sarah, I know from yesterday, I'm surprised that you got COVID from your roommate. First time ever. Yeah, I was kind of curious, like, where you got it, how'd you get it? Because I don't think I've got it yet. I don't know. I never got a test or anything, but I never got a illness all these years that seem to resemble what people have. But I know you can like be asymptomatic too, or have mild symptoms. Anyway, you said the fever is gone, awesome. But you have new weird congestion things happening, ear aches and such. Doc friend wants you to get tested for pneumonia, huh? Wow. What are you going to do? Are you going to test? Do you feel like you're ill, like with pneumonia? I guess it wouldn't be a bad thing to test for, but yeah, go for it. If that's what a doctor recommends, a medical professional, take his or her advice for sure. That's a valuable asset to have someone near you, someone you're close with that is a doctor. That's totally invaluable. I see Sarah also responding to James's question. Sarah saying, I am friends with non-vegans. I try to lead by example and meet them where you're at. I didn't see the question. I mean, what's the question? Like, if you're vegan and you have non-vegan friends, should you automatically be a dick to them? Like, answer is no. I mean, being vegan is not an excuse or a reason to be an a-hole in life, But let me see your question, James. Question for all vegans. You're vegan too. Awesome. If you wouldn't be friends with anyone who supports a system that supports animal cruelty and exploitation, why would you be friends with a non-vegan? Let's see, if you wouldn't be friends with... No, I mean, like, my mom is not a vegan. By that kind of reasoning, I should, like, unfriend my mom, maybe even disown my mom. Like, no, I love my mom, despite her not being vegan. I mean, vegan doesn't anywhere ask you to, like... Oops. Let's look at the definition of veganism here. Let's all have a little drink. Get your water, get your booze, whatever it is too. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. It's about what you can do about this. What can you do? First of all, being against animal cruelty and exploitation. That's great. That's what you should be against it. How many people say, I'm cool. I love animal cruelty and exploitation. Those are awesome things. Like, no, you should be against it. And if you're vegan, not only are you against animal cruelty and exploitation, you walk your walk, you talk your talk, you actually take action in your life to avoid animal cruelty and exploitation. Nowhere in here does it say that you have to like disown your friends and family or whatever, leave your husband, wife, girlfriend, or just don't hang out with your best friends anymore. So I like what Sarah says. Instead of leading by being a dick and people saying, wow, I'll never go vegan because Ryan was really cool before, but as soon as he turned vegan, he started being a dick to me and all our friends. We can't hang out with him anymore. He's always preaching and talking down to us like we're a bunch of or like we're a bunch of a-hole people or something like that. No, I like what Sarah says. Lead by example. Show them that you can be a reasonable vegan, not being a judgmental a-hole vegan, meaning, and lead by like show them, hey, look what I'm eating here. Look how awesome this is. And look at no animals had to be slaughtered for this. No animals had to be forcibly impregnated for this meal. Show them what it is to be vegan rather than showing them what it is to be an asshole. I mean, that just makes so much sense for me. You're like, what is your goal actually? Let's also step back for a second, James and everyone. What should be your goal as a vegan? Your goal should be, to be vegan yourself. yourself, and hopefully more people will go vegan too. And how can you accomplish that latter part, more people going vegan too? Well, if they see that you're a reasonable example of a vegan, like a decent person, you're nice and you happen to eat a different way, that's probably going to attract people more than, like, you're eating good, tasty looking food. That's going to probably attract people more than say, hey, oh, Freddie and Johnny and Bobby, you guys aren't vegan anymore? Well, you're pieces of crap now, so I can't hang out with you because you guys suck. You know, that's going to totally turn them off. So think about it. What's more important? It's not about you. Who cares about your emotions and feelings about, like, your friends not being vegan? I mean, that sucks. I understand that feeling. I'm not saying to totally dismiss your feelings, but it's not about you. Being vegan is for the animals. So the more people that you can make veganism look like what should be a reasonable, normal way of living, that one that just doesn't happen to involve animal products, I think people will see, oh, it's not that weird. Yeah, Ryan and James and Sarah, they eat their vegan stuff. It looks good. They're just like normal people. They just don't eat animal products. Like, okay, yeah, I guess I could go vegan, rather than them having to think vegans are judgmental a-holes and, who wants to join a club of judgmental a-holes? I don't care what it is. If it's a music club, a surfing club, a basketball club, if I knew everyone in that club pretty much was a judgmental a-hole, I'll kind of just do my own thing. So anyway, thanks for answering those questions, Sarah. I hope you like those answers, James. Okay, so back to your COVID infection, Sarah. Yeah, you don't circulate with the public a lot, so not sure where Bestie picked it up. Huh. You think you have a high viral load. Bestie is 10 days out from first symptoms and still testing positive. Wow. Okay, so Peter, but would you be friends with someone who is a sexist, homophobe, or racist or something like that? Well, no, but I mean, I don't know what I'd say if my mom were, but I love my mom. I'm saying, what's I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, like, disown my parents? I'm just asking you guys. Do you guys disown your parents if they don't turn vegan? Like, you don't communicate with them anymore? I mean, I'm doing more for my mom now than ever. I spend hours every week helping her with various things, usually from afar. But I go to her house every week or two and help her out in person too. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Say, Mom, I can't like help you anymore, even though you're in your 80s now, because you're not vegan, because my vegan friends would get pissed off. So I think you have to look at it like that, Peter. It's kind of a dilemma, but I don't think so. Let's be real. These things like, oh, you shouldn't talk to people who are immoral. Okay, that's good. That's a nice idea that exists up here as a concept, not a real world thing. But you gotta, as far as possible and practical, you shouldn't have to disown your family. You shouldn't have to disown your friends. You know what I'm saying? Veganism doesn't require that, doesn't ask you to do that. Do I wish my mom were vegan? Am I bummed? I've given her every opportunity to go vegan. I get jealous when I watch people like Julie Carmstrong. Yeah, my parents are vegan. I've turned my brother vegan. It's like, wow, I guess either my mom is really resistant. She's probably a lot older than his family. Or maybe I'm a horrible vegan activist. I don't think so. We've given her every tool, every opportunity, given her all our books, taken her to so many great restaurants, but she won't do it. But Uncle, yeah, I look for the good in each person. Dr. Bear, great point. Veganism is not a cult, despite my shirt here. We don't have to cut off communications with everyone not in our group. And that's a hallmark characteristic of cults. Watch pretty much any cult. They love bomb you, they bring you into their fold, and then they start manipulating you. And one manipulation tactic that's almost universal amongst pretty much all cults I've seen is they try to keep you cut off from the others, and they make everyone else the other, either with us or everyone else is against us, kind of thing. And I don't think veganism has to be so binary like that, and that either with us or against us. Again, it's not about you and your emotions, you standing on those high moral principles, I communicate with vegans. No, it's not about you, it's about the animals. Be the best example of a person that you can be to inspire others to go vegan, or at the very least not turn them off from being vegan. I see so many people who portray veganism themselves, represent it in a way that if I weren't vegan, I would never want to be like them. So it's not about you. Turn your egos off, everyone. Don't make it about you. Veganism is about animals. I don't know how to make that more clear. I mean, yeah, we all have our emotions and feelings. I get that. Humans are very emotional, egotistical people, but turn off your egos. I guess it's easier for me to say because I'm Buddhist, and Buddhism has a lot of concepts at its core of not being about the ego. So turn your egos off. Don't get on a high horse if a friend or family member isn't vegan. Don't go to dinner with them. I get grossed out. I don't want to sit down at a table with a bunch of people chopping a bunch of flesh open. You know, that's gross. Eat your own food. Meet them later on or bring them to a vegan restaurant. But that's not, yeah, you don't have to cut off all communications. We're not a cult. Veganism is not a cult, says the cult leader. And again, the definition doesn't require you to do that. It's a stance against animal cruelty by taking certain actions in your life, which don't include cutting off your friends and family. So anyway, so yeah, Jen Marie, you're not disowning your loved ones. Simple as that. And nor should you have to. The only vegans that really need to disown their loved ones are this obnoxious level 5,000 vegans, the ones that think that people like me aren't real vegans because I don't do all these other weird things that they do, like, you know, disown friends and family, tell strangers that they're a-holes and stuff like that. Stuff I think that just serves their own personal egos. It doesn't serve the greater good. Again, it's not about you and your ego. It's about what's the goal of veganism? Yeah, to maintain your veganism and to get more people vegan. And you're gonna get more people vegan by being kind to them, by being a reasonable person to them at the very least. If being kind's too much to ask for, at least be a decent human being rather than a level 5,000 a-hole who thinks they're the greatest person on the planet. And they pull that crap on me. Hey, you're not level 5,000, so I'm a better vegan than you. Yeah, fool, you love your family. Why should you have to give up your family? You should. You are not a cult. Peter, yeah, send me links, not here, but yeah, send me any video links to my Instagram, as you probably don't. I haven't checked it for several days, so I will have a look-see and see what you got for me. What's that, VLAM? Some of your friends are at least open to going vegan places. Yeah, that's all you can do. At least they're cool with it. If your friends are a-holes, you know, I'm speaking all of it. If we had a-hole friends, they would say, I don't want to go to that vegan restaurant with you. I know it's just a bunch of gruel, right? They just serve you gruel. Like, no, shut up, Piers Morgan. It's much more than just gruel. Maybe they do have a gruel bowl, maybe, if you're lucky. But, you know, anyway, yeah, if you have friends that are, you know, decent people that respect what you do, they should be open to going to some vegan restaurants with you because they'll still be able to eat. It's not like non-vegans can't eat plants, right? They're already eating plants anyway, unless they're carnivore or something weird like that. They're already eating plants, so they can go to a restaurant where they get more plants. It's not like they won't get full as long as they eat like what you're eating, something filling. Just tell them, hey, I'll order for us all. I know what you guys like. Trust me, you guys will be full. You'll get your protein. You won't die. It's all going to be good. Yo, AJ's here. Aloha, AJ. Sarah, I know, I'm with you too. I'll read your quote verbatim because I feel exactly as you do, Sarah. I don't care if someone doesn't think I'm a real vegan. I really don't. I just eat the dang plants. Exactly. And you eat the dang plants because you're against animal cruelty and exploitation. So when someone thinks you're not doing it right because your roommate bestie isn't vegan or something like that, then they can go F themselves, because nowhere in there does it say that when you're vegan, also everyone that lives under the same roof as you must eat as you do. No, you don't have to. I'm just using that as an example. There's so many other things that real vegans say that real vegans aren't permitted to do. Now we learn that real vegans aren't permitted to like bodybuild or be overweight. I've been told all sorts of things. Like, I'm trying to think of some of the stupidest things I've told vegans can't do. They can't go to the doctors. They can't take any medications ever. I've even been told real vegans can't sell t-shirts online. I go, really? Everyone else on YouTube and social media and any business can sell t-shirts. But if you're a vegan, we're the one class of people that are not morally like right by selling t-shirts promoting veganism. It's just so many weird things that all these people think real vegans can or can't do. It's not about you and your ego. It's not. It's not about you. It's about animals. Just don't exploit animals. You don't have to be a dick about it. You can be against animal cruelty and not be a dick about it. Vegan metalhead, a plant muncher, a muncher. Did I call you a muncher? What's that? Suggest that they listen to How to Win an Argument with a Meat Eater. That's Ed's book, right? Yeah. There you go. There's again, the people you hear me mention here on the Happy Healthy Vegan live stream, vegans I mentioned, are typically ones I respect. I respect them as people, and I respect their approaches. Like, you don't see like Joey and Ed being a-holes to people. Mike the vegan, they're not being a-holes to people. I'm sure they have people in their circle of acquaintances that are not fully vegan or something like that, and don't like ridicule them or shun them or stuff like that. So anyway, Bob, yeah, you told me some vegan channel has some real concerns about my take on Cosmic Skeptic. That's cool. If they think I got it wrong, they're fully free to believe that. And when it gets down to it, I was responding to Cosmic Skeptic's principle of inflicting the least amount of harm on animals is always wrong. That's what I was talking about. Whether he believes that's the definition of veganism, whether it's a principle he believes that all vegans adhere to, or whether it's just a unique personal belief, he didn't make that clear. But since he's the one that brought that up, this principle of inflicting the least amount of inflicting harm on animals is always wrong. He's the one that brought that on and brought it up and waxed on about it for 10 minutes. That's what I responded to. So if some channels think I was totally wrong and Cosmic Skeptic was talking about something else totally else, cool, whatevs. I think I took away from the video what your average reasonable viewer would take. How do I know this? Because last couple weeks people have been coming to this live stream and telling me how it's morally wrong for vegans to lift weights and be overweight. So people are getting that message. They're extracting that takeaway from Cosmic Skeptic's video. So if I'm not responding to Cosmic Skeptic, I'm at least responding to this interpretation, this very easy to take away interpretation from his video, Bob. So that's cool. If they don't like what I said, they have every right to disagree. But I don't think my video was I can tell you for a fact, it was not an intentional misrepresentation of his position. I showed his position many times, the words out of his mouth. Other people have been repeating that principle, that inflicting harm on animals is always wrong. So I don't think I'm a weirdo or unreasonable or unfair or misrepresentative in any way of anything. But if there was a subtle detail I somehow missed in what Cosmic Skeptic said, and it totally nullifies everything I said, I'm sorry, I apologize. But I still think, even if that were true, and I'm not saying it is, but even if that were true, I think my response is still merited because, as I said, there are many people who took the same thing away from his video that I did. They're feeding it back to me here in the live stream. Yeah, if you're vegan, you shouldn't lift weights. Like, wow, where'd you get that from? Apparently, that's what you got from Cosmic Skeptic's video. So I don't think I should be the one that's having to apologize for his lack of clarity in his presentation of his video. If there's so much misunderstanding of what he said. So yeah, tell your friends, Bob, if they want to come back and tell me their problems with my response, feel free. Tell them to come by every Friday, 6 p.m. They're more than welcome to come in and explain to me, and I'll respond to them in a very objective, truthful manner. Bob, tell them. I'm open to honest discussion. Tell them to come and tell me. Go tell them right now if you know how to find them. Hey, AJ Vintage, thank you so much for your kind super tip there. And that's the tip for the Who's Most Vegan contest. Thank you, but I don't even want to enter that contest. No one is most vegan. I know a lot of people think, I've heard this. I've heard people in the comments say, oh, me and my other hardcore vegan friends, like, what is a hardcore vegan and how am I not a hardcore vegan? I mean, I've been vegan for since 2010. This will be my 14th year so of no animal products. So that's pretty hardcore. Well, Bob, either way, tell them to come back here if they're friends or not, whatever, Bob. Just tell them, I openly invite them to come to any of my Friday live streams. You know what time it happens, Bob. Tell them to come here, and they can try to state their case if they want to, and I'll have a listen. All right, Bob? I'm totally open to that. So invite your friends or whatever they are, whatever you want to call these. Reasonable Vegans, is that their name? That's a cool channel name. Tell them to come here, and I'll listen to them. Yeah, I'm not saying they're wrong or bad. I'll listen to what they say, and you can show them the first 15 minutes of this live stream and show them what I said in response to what you paraphrased as their problem with me or something like that. Anyway, yeah, Deemstar is a hardcore vegan. It's just a vegan. No, you can't be more vegan. A hardcore vegan, says Bob, is someone who just can't pushing others into the lifestyle. No, that's not a hardcore vegan. There's no such thing as a hardcore vegan. There's a-hole vegans. I mean, you're either vegan or you're not. I hate it when you see on the media, like, you see some, like, story about some, like, fruitarian parents that starve their children. They'll call them, they were extreme vegans. Like, no, they were, like, raw foodists. There's no such thing as an extreme vegan. They were following an extreme vegan lifestyle. It's like, no, you're either vegan or you're not. There are extreme ways of eating that happen to be vegan, but there's extreme ways of eating that are not vegan. If you just ate, like, you know, I don't know, I was going to say Twinkies. Are those, no, I was thinking of Oreos. Yeah, you can eat Twinkies all day and be a non-vegan, right? That's an extreme diet. Just eat, I don't know, just whatever your favorite non-vegan food. Eat that all day. It's mono on that. That's an extreme way of eating. Let's see. Dr. Bear saying to Vegan Metalhead, anyone can make a vague accusation without evidence. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, I like to see evidence, and that's what we do. We're an evidence-based show. So if someone wants to make an argument or present some evidence, totally cool. We're totally open to that. We don't, like, turn that away. That's the kind of discussion we're open to here. Friendly, critical thinking. Non-combative critical thinking. Peter, you said you told someone to come to this live stream and they said Ryan just deletes people that he doesn't agree with. Well, if that were the case, Bob Hill would have been banned like a year ago. I mean, Bob and I disagree on like almost everything. Pretty much almost everything. But he hasn't been banned yet because, you know, when you get down to it, Bob most of the time knows how to conduct himself in a civil manner. And, you know, as I said, you don't have to kiss my ass. Just be, you know, respectful even applies a lot. Just be civil. Just like, you know, imagine you're at work or school and you're with a teacher or classmate you may not be totally in love with or, you know, totally not cool with. At least treat them decently, or else you're like at work or something. You can get laid off or fired or something like that. So anyway, let's see, Milo, you've been thinking about war lately? Oh, wow, it's moral and ethical. I'm pretty much against war, you know, being vegan and Buddhist. Even though, like, my dad served our country, I've never had any desire to engage in any kind of combat and go kill people because some guy or lady told me to. That was like my job, you know. If I'm not, I know, like, Johnny Bravo, one of our longtime followers, he's in the military and I applaud his service. I'm just speaking about myself. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I don't have that ability to just, like, you know, do what's required as far as like combat goes. Yeah, I guess if I were younger and I got drafted, maybe I could do some like clerical position or something like that, a technical position. But yeah, combat and killing, not really something that a vegan Buddhist like myself is can really do. Yeah, Ditlo, Ryan doesn't ban people. I know. Viewers sometimes don't follow the rules and therefore need to be timed out. Exactly. Let's just kind of go over the rules really quickly here. This is really all you have to follow here. My rules, people think my rules are so strict, like I'm some kind of strict dictator. No. Again, these are just like the basic implied rules that you would follow when you're at work. You can't really go to work and be a racist or sexist or ageist to your boss or coworkers. I mean, you can, but there's consequences. So if you come here and try to pull that crap, there's consequences, and you sometimes, very often end up getting banned. So it's not I ban people who I disagree with. I ban people who just can't be just decent human beings. You know, I know following rule number 1 here, seriously, is like really hard for some people. It's like pulling teeth. I mean, imagine if this following rule or just abiding by rule number 1 just breaks you down inside, because it's your natural inclinations are to be racist and sexist and ageist and everything. I mean, that's not the kind of people I allow into my life. So that's why I ban them. Bob, you actually defended me against these people that had concerns about what were they, the reasonable vegans. You actually defended me, Bob. Well, thank you. I wouldn't have thought you would defended me. I defend you because I think you have the best view on veganism I've seen. Are you talking about me, Bob? I thought you didn't like my view of veganism all that much, but maybe you do, because that's why you're here every Friday. Well, if so, Bob, well, thank you. And see, I said this again, Bob is proof I don't ban people who disagree with me. Bob and I disagree on a lot of stuff, but we agree that I'm the best representative of vegan. Awesome, Bob. Thanks. No, I'm just joking. I'm just being sarcastic right there. Hey, I got a super chat tip from William. I was being sarcastic about my self-flattery, not about Bob's coolness there. Anyway, William said he wanted to join. That's heavy metal vegan, right? I wanted to join the military, but medication made you ineligible. I would get 3 rank advancements outright, being an Eagle Scout and your tech training from college. Wow. That's your real name. Yeah. I know you because I follow you. You're a friend on Facebook. So, anyway, yeah, Dr. Bear. Yeah, if you're in the military, you have some great access to healthcare and education. Yeah, that opens up some opportunities for there if those were not accessible to you before. And I know that's the reason why many people join the military, not because they want to be in the military, but because what it opens up for them while they're in the military and the rest of their life after the military. Yeah, Uncle, gently press the like button. It's good for veganism. It really is. Hit the like button and veganism will be a little tiny bit better off. Poor hair. Sarah, your hearing and balance are all funky. Yeah, that's happened before from what I remember, just from just colds and flus. I forgot what the science or physics is, but there's something, going on with how our ears are responsible for balance. Something like that, right? You guys help me out if I'm wrong here, but I remembered something like that, and they're instrumental or critical in balance. So if those systems get altered, affected negatively, stands to reason why your balance feels weird. Wow, Metalhead, your Eagle Scout project was very vegan. You built a raised garden bed for your community. Wow, that's a great service there. Wow, Peter, so VD is still... Why is she even talking about me? I haven't talked about her for years. She said she's going to keep making videos until I give her a copyright strike. How about if I just send my attorney on her? I know she freaked out when... I forgot what that lady was that sent an attorney to VD. I could send my attorney to her. I'm sure VD doesn't want to get caught into any kind of expensive legal... filing war, filing papers. That costs a lot of money to get an attorney on retainer and pay him or her hourly, your attorney. So I can get started with that. I do have an attorney I work with, so I already have some free non-billable hours I could put to use. Ask her if she would like me to have an attorney send her some paperwork to whatever threat that previous person did to her. I'll do the same thing. I'll go through the same process, same verbiage. That would be kind of fun. Wouldn't you like to see that? But I'll do that. I don't really want to just. If she wants me to try to copyright strike her, I could. But I'll just start copying her videos and making fun of her all the time. So anyway, Sarah, you were cubing up tofu chunks to bake, and out of the blue exclaimed out loud, "California, soy latte." Bestie was confused. I had another oat latte today. Me and Andrew were looking on online for another coffee place we could go to, in the next town over, because they had some kind of vegan meal there that paired well with coffee. So we checked it out today. Yeah, I got my my oat milk latte. Okay, I have a shrinking brain. Okay, she really wants me to keep making videos about it. You hear that, guys? Peter says, according to Peter, VD says she has a video about my shrinking brain. Wow, shrinking brain. I wonder how she knows I have a shrinking brain. I mean, do we have any x-rays of my brain? Is it known through medical science that vegans' brains shrink over time? Ryan is a vegan, therefore Ryan's brain has shrunk over time. Like, I don't know where this comes from. Is there any kind of the known scientific consensus about vegan brain shrinkage? Dr. Bear, yeah. Shrinking brain, can't you get any more rude and pathetic? She's projecting. I mean, I don't know what she's basing it on. I don't know if she watched me at the end of a 3-hour live stream, and yeah, my brain is tired because typically on Fridays I've been to the gym, often burning over 1,000, sometimes near 2,000 calories on the basketball court. I come here and I'm a little tired with you guys. It stands to reason after 3 hours, I might not be as sharp as I was during the first hour or so. But hey, VD, if you're watching, babe, if you're watching, girl, here, let me give you more thumbnails for your next video about Ryan's shrinking brain part 2. I'll even point to my brain. How's that? You watching? What's her name? Charisse? I forgot your name. Anyway, VD, you're watching. I'll make another one at my brain. I'll get back a little further, a little closer. All right, so you got some good thumbnail material there, VD. So yeah, make another video about my shrinking brain. And I'm challenging you, VD. Since my brain is so shrunken and so deteriorated from eating plants all these years, why don't you come on my live stream here and we'll have an open civil discussion. Remember, I'm not here to make you look like an idiot or shame you. I'm very civil. The rules that I expect my viewers to follow and abide by, I do the same thing in return. I reciprocate. Look that word up, reciprocate, VD. I'm pretty sure you probably not heard that one before. But anyways, come here and we can have an open discussion. You can sit here in the chat and ask questions or make wild, unsupported assertions. Look up that word too, assertion. That's probably a new one for you too. Keep watching my channel. Your vocabulary will explode exponentially. Look up that word too, exponentially. Anyway, come here, VD, and we'll have a conversation through words here. Words meaning you're going to type words and make your accusations. Be very specific about how I have a shrinking brain, and let me respond to you, okay, VD? Let's see how dumb I am. If I'm that dumb, if my brain is so shrunken and whatever you're saying has happened to it, I shouldn't be able to respond because, my IQ is probably like 70 now or something like that. You probably lose 10 IQ points a decade as a vegan. Anyway. Well, that wouldn't be good. That'd mean my starting IQ would only be like 83 or 85 or something like that. Anyway, but I don't think you're going to come, VD, because I know what kind of person you are. I'll just leave it at that. Angie's in the house. Yo, Angie's here. Woohoo! Angie B. Woo! VD lost her hair? What happened to her hair? Did she put it somewhere she couldn't find it? Okay, Peter's letting me. Ashley Wicca was off YouTube for 6 months because she was losing her hair and really afraid to get back on, and when she did, VD mocked her. Oh, cool. Yeah. Hey, any of you guys like Peter, any of you guys friends or know how to contact Ashley Wicca? I'd be curious to maybe use her same attorney, even though I have my own attorney. Since her attorney did such a fine smash up job, I'd like a reference to her attorney as well. I'll consider sending some legal documents over to VD and have her have to hire an attorney and respond. That'd be awesome. Finis finesse. Holy crap, man. I haven't seen you in like 10 years. I'm still here, alive and kicking. Good to see you too. Your voice sounds exactly the same. Yeah, despite what VD says about how my brain is shrinking and therefore my voice should be messed up too, my voice sounds exactly the same. May I have your thoughts on fat in the human diet? Less, more, doesn't matter. Thanks. Well, yeah, we're not really a macronutrient channel here. I follow basically the guidelines of not any individual vegan doctor or nutritionist, because any one person can kind of have their own peculiar slant on things. I just kind of follow the advice of health organizations from around the world who aren't necessarily vegan, but have the proper nutritionists and PhDs and medical doctors within their ranks to review the scientific literature about what's a healthy vegan diet to eat. If you're going to be vegan, what do you know is going to be an nutritionally adequate way of eating? Because there's so many ways one could do it. They just say eat a balanced, sensible diet. So yeah, that means don't exclude any food groups, don't exclude any macros. Maybe in my earlier days of vegan, I didn't eat as many nuts and seeds and stuff when I was watching like some of those high carb, low fat channels and stuff. But no, I eat, now that Piers Morgan is so vegans in their almonds, I didn't really eat almonds for years. I had almond milk maybe a long time ago when it was new, but I switched over to oat milk. But no, I eat almonds now. I grab almonds just so I can, because Piers Morgan is going to give us crap anyway. So I want to make sure I'm getting my money's worth, so to speak. I'm eating the actual almonds rather than having them yell at us and not getting the almonds, So I have almonds, sometimes I get pistachios, stuff like that. So I'm not afraid of fats. Yeah, we had some avocados today. Hey, Fu Man Poo, good to see you too. Fu, I wanted to say hi to you earlier and I forgot. Yeah, cheap, lazy vegan. Yeah, Korean. She was born in South Korea. I wasn't sure about that. From what I know, everything I see about her, she seems like a nice, reasonable, level-headed vegan such as ourselves here. Yeah, Allison, about my supposed brain shrinkage allegation from VD. It turns out her eyes are actual mini MRIs and can scan the brains of vegans on demand. So she can just look at someone like myself. Aha, I can tell Ryan's brain has shrunk. Hey VD, if you're watching, why don't we play some chess actually? Because my brain is so deteriorated and shrunken from almost 14 years of eating just plants. VD, let's play. I have a chess.com account. What's your rating? Do you play chess? You should be pretty smart because you eat all this like meat protein, right VD? So if you're watching, let me know what your ranking is and we could play some chess maybe. If I was so just brain rotted and deteriorated, I shouldn't be able to make a move or two. I just wouldn't know what I'm doing because I'm so confused because of my brain. Fu Man, you're whipping up some of your beloved greasy cabbage tomorrow. How do you make cabbage greasy? It reminds me. Yeah, Angie and I were talking about, since we brought up cabbage, one of the ingredients of khichdi, of me sticking some khichdi on the stove before the live stream and then having it after. But we kind of had a late lunch. Then I got into troubleshooting some issues around the house and I totally kind of forgot about making the food. And here we are now in the live stream. So we'll figure something out. Dr. Bear at Ditlow, Antonio, I think it's partially because Ryan has a small audience and is able to interact with us more personally. Live streamers with thousands of audience members can't do that. Yeah, I definitely can't interact with 1,000 members. I remember when my live streams just like have 100 people, 120 people. That's tough. It's much simpler now with it being between 50 and 80, depending on the time of day and night and stuff like that. This is way more chill. I get to know all you guys. I can respond to you. Even then, I miss questions all the time. It always trips me out. People sometimes get triggered. Why are you not answering my question? All entitled. First of all, I owe no one here anything. I'm not forced to answer your question, but I love answering your questions. But I hate the accusation that I'm intentionally ignoring questions. Odds are I probably just didn't see it. So anyway. Go. I've never played that. Yeah, the Korean board game Go. I'm intrigued by it. I guess I need to go buy a Go board. I know you can get a smaller one. You don't need to get that big one that the masters play or anything like that. Do I have a favorite vegetable? No, I don't think I have one. Right vibes. I have a favorite fruit, cherries, and it's almost cherry season. What's that William Shank's new channel idea? Carnage deterioration. I think people have been doing that already. You know, it's such an easy thing to do once you see VD. Just do CD. AJ, I feel like you're a favorite professor. I'm not a professor, but thank you. I'm glad you're thinking me in a positive light like that, AJ. Again, I think I'm just a very reasonable, level-headed, non-judgmental vegan who specializes in debunking anti-vegan misinformation. Uncle, is there a K-pop show on tonight? Like live? I don't think so. Like not right now. It's like too early in the day in Asia. As we know from like people like VLAM. Let's see, you recently found, speaking of V, you recently found the channel Totally Forkable. It's really cool. Would be up your guys' alley. Cool, thanks for, that sounds kind of familiar. Maybe someone mentioned that before. Let's see, Heidi, if you're having some stream problems, I'm getting a nice crisp image right now with no buffering, and Dr. Bear is as well. Yeah, maybe hit refresh. Maybe you're far from your Wi-Fi source. Who knows? But yeah, I don't see any technical issue on the YouTube end right now. Do you have any favorite activists? Also looking for women ones. It's really bad. The ones I just mentioned were all dudes, all guys. Like I mentioned Earthling Ed, Joey Armstrong, and Mike the Vegan. And there's so many more. I'm just kind of old school, you know. I'm an old dude here. I'm just kind of know the people that I know. I haven't been like really seeking out like new vegan content. I mean, it gets suggested to me by the YouTube algorithm, but YouTube usually just kind of suggests to me my old favorites, you know, other old dudes like Ed and Joey and Mike. Oh, Metalhead, you found a recipe, a vegan recipe that sounds interesting, and you sent it to me on Facebook. In my messages on Facebook, I'll take a look there. William, thanks. I'm talking about William being vegan metalhead, not William Shanks. Let's see. And William Shanks said, when I went to Disneyland in January this year, yeah, they had surprisingly great vegan options. Yeah, I mean, you have to look around. Not every food place there has vegan options, let alone great ones. But yeah, if you know where to go, like as we do, because we're that's one of our places we go to eat vegan food. Yeah, it's surprising. There's some surprisingly good finds there, and I know it's way better than other theme parks. As I've looked at the menus for like other local parks, like say Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios, and it's slim pickings there. But yeah, Disneyland, there's like there's chefs that work in the Disney Corporation that create meals. And some of the meals they create are specifically vegan meals, and some are pretty creative and good. So yeah, Disney is definitely a step up compared to other theme parks. I hate it though when people sometimes come on this live stream or social media, all you guys eat is junk food now. Like, really? Well, we don't go to Disneyland that often, maybe once or twice a month. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Fast while we're there? When you go to a theme park, you're not going there as like some kind of health resort retreat or something like that, I mean, meat eaters, when they go there, they know they're not eating the healthiest stuff. Why is it always incumbent? Look at that word up too, VD, if you're watching, incumbent. Why is it always incumbent upon vegans to always 100% eat healthy food all the time, even when at a theme park? And like I said, no one goes to theme parks to eat healthy, but veganism somehow strangely includes the idea of always eating healthy, even when you go to a restaurant or a theme park. No, it's as far as possible and practical. I mean, yeah, I was saying that as far as the health goes, as far as they're talking about the ethics goes. The ethics, yeah, for me, yeah, of course, I'm not going to get a burger if there's nothing else. I'll just eat a banana, or because they sell fruit there too, or just wait till I leave and go to some other local place to eat food. But as far as the health goes, yeah, that's as far as possible and practical. You can't go to Disneyland and expect to eat like as healthy as you could if you're cooking at home. That goes for vegans and non-vegans. But yeah, look up incumbent, VD, if you're watching. That's another good. I've given you 3 good words tonight, VD, that I'm pretty sure that you probably didn't know before tonight. And I didn't give you the definition, so you can look them up and you'll go, wow, Ryan is actually helping me increase my vocabulary, making me like just a smarter person. This is awesome. Watching Ryan is making VD a better person. So you should keep on watching, VD. I'm here to help. With my shrunken brain. My brain is shrinking. Here's another thumbnail of my shrunken brain. Anyway. Let's see. Now, Peter, did I hear that Beyond Burgers is coming out with a new version that doesn't contain any coconut oil, but in static it contains avocado oil instead? That's cool. If they could replace the coconut oil with avocado oil, I'll be so much happier. That means the saturated fat content will go down even more. Awesome. Good news. Hey, full more music. If heaven is real, vegans are very likely to go there. Much more than the average person. There's a study. Oh, that's a good point, Sarah. And in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Giants Stadium has good options for vegans, but it's only in the good seats area. I remember when Angie went to a Dodgers game a few years ago with one of her friends. Well, sort of a friend, not anymore. But anyway, Angie went looking for these vegan Dodger tofu dogs or whatever they are, and she really went on a journey to find them. I'm not sure if she found them in the expensive area seats or whatever, but she said it was a little tough to find, but at least they have them. I want to go see the Dodgers now. You know, Shohei Ohtani plays for the Dodgers now. He's going to be there many years, so I got to get my butt off the couch and go see a Dodger game, because I went to 2 Angel games and saw them, so that's cool. I just drive across town and see Ohtani as a Dodger. VLAM, for real. I'm quoting VLAM verbatim here. Verbatim. There's another good word for you, VD. Verbatim. Look that one up too. You're going to learn a lot like VLAM is here. Where to go? For real. I find my vocabulary increased since discovering HHV. Awesome. See, there's so many benefits of watching our channel here. We're chill. We're friendly. We're hardcore vegans by all stretch, but we're not jerks about it. And I throw out some nice vocabulary words for y'all. Right, that's a good one, AJ. I should make a shrunken head as my new logo. Gosh, I wish I could illustrate or something. That sounds like an amazing... Oh, God, I would just do it for a week or two, just as a sarcastic joke. That's a great idea. If anyone wants to make a shrunken head logo for me that I'll use for like a week or two, feel free to volunteer it. And if I like it, I'll use it. William Shank says, Ohtani should have been a Blue Jay. He's wearing Dodger blue, and I'm glad he's still here so I can just drive across town and see Ohtani. Let's see. Peter says, Ryan, apparently they premiered 30 minutes of the movie Inside Out 2. Oh, it's already being premiered. Yeah, I think it's coming out in May or June. An event called CinemaCon in Las Vegas, and the reviews coming out of it were fantastic. Well, thanks for letting me know, because as you know, at Disney California Adventure, the Inside Out ride is one of our favorite beloved rides, and we actually love the movie too. We rode the ride first and dug it, so we said, when we get Disney Plus, let's watch the movie Inside Out, Emotional Whirlwind, and it's an amazing film. It's really cool. It has a really it doesn't insult your intelligence, even though the target audience I'm sure is young children, but it's something adults can get a lot out of too. So yeah, cool. Who's your best friend? Bing bong, bing bong. Anyway, well, thanks for sharing that. Let's see, Dr. Bear saying to Sarah, shame, the stadium would make more money if they sold those desirable concessions to more attendees rather than putting the cool vegan options in the rich section. And Sarah says she agrees, but Sarah wasn't complaining. They have these great made-to-order walk bowls. Wow, cool. I got to go see a Giants game when I'm living up in the Bay Area. Take the Larkspur ferry over to Embarcadero, and I don't know, it's pretty not too far from there, right? Cami, interesting question. Have any humane insect vacuum recommendations? Trying to convince another vegan to catch or release box elder bugs. I'm not sure what those are, so I don't know how it is. Like, what do you have to do to catch them? I used the example you wouldn't kill butterflies who have the same threat level. Yeah, I mean, if it's something you can scoop up, like say a cockroach or a beetle or something like that, yeah, there's no reason to stomp it out. I get pissed when I watch like a reality show and you see oh my god, a spider, you gotta kill it. No, you just put it in a jar and set it outside. So hopefully it's just a matter of them just changing their approach, their technique. But sometimes it's kind of impossible to not harm insects. And in my example, and please don't hate me for this, but sometimes in the summer during heat waves, I have no control of this. If I turn on a certain faucet in the house, ants will come out of the water. I mean, what can I do? They just turn the water on. The ants are somehow gotten themselves into the plumbing. They're probably seeking the cooler water for survival or something like that. And I feel really bad, but they come right out of the water. I mean, that's why it's as far as possible and practicable. I'm not sure really, what I could do in that situation. But yeah, that's something that's really, really difficult to work around. But yeah, you don't have to go and intentionally smash a bug is what I'm saying. You can like escort it outside. Okay, Sarah, about my idea to ferrying over to the ball game. The Giants ferry is great, but it doesn't leave for home/Burn until 30 minutes after the last out. So you're on their timeline. Okay, I can work with the timeline. Thanks for the tips there. So it is possible and practical to take a ferry from Larkspur over to a Giants game. Awesome, cool, sounds great. Don't have to drive. Don't have to pay for the crazy parking and deal with all the hassle of parking in a really crowded area of San Francisco. Carlene McDonald, legit question. What does everyone think of the elites trying to push eating ground up bugs for us to eat in our food? Well, who are the elites pushing this? But first of all, there's no need to eat ground up bugs in our food. You could just eat plants, right? I mean, why does someone need to eat bugs? I could see if they're eating a bunch of meat, the idea of eating bugs instead or more bugs, like decrease your meat consumption, eat more bugs. Maybe that's what they're thinking. But for us vegans, we're way past that. We're avoiding animal cruelty and exploitation, and eating bugs would be increasing animal cruelty and exploitation. So yeah, I'm not sure why anyone's pushing eating bugs. I think it's just people isn't it just more like influencer types than like elites? Like elites meaning like people behind the World Bank or something like that. It's probably just like maybe elite influencers or something like that. Huge difference. But yeah, there's no need to eat a bug. If there were, I'd be dead by now because I haven't eaten any meat or bugs in all these years. Let's see, AJ, you have a humane bug catcher with a magnifying glass in it? I've caught some crazy specimens. Wow, where'd you get this at? Is this something that people can buy on Amazon? Please share if you have some tips for us here. Let's see, Sarah, one time there was an 18-inning game and you took the ferry that day. You were stuck there and just wanted to leave. Oh, I see what you're saying. The ferry departure is tied to the ending of the ball game. So if it happens to be an insane 18-inning game, which is like double the length, I see what you're saying. Like a 2.5-hour ball game experience turns into a 5-hour and you just can't go, right? I see what you're saying. It is kind of a situation. I'll keep that in mind. That does kind of suck because only a hardcore fan would want to stay the entire time. I'm not a hardcore baseball fan. I just want to check out Shohei Ohtani. So yeah, when the Dodgers play the Giants, I'll check that out. Hey Jordan, yes Jordan, good to see you Jordan. Go vegan everyone. I couldn't agree with those 3 words more. Good to see you Jordan. And AJ says yes, that humane bug catcher with the magnifying glass, you got it on Amazon. And Peter, I'm with you. I don't think I've ever eaten a bug intentionally. I kind of remember one time when I was running, a bug flew in my mouth. I don't remember what happened. I don't know if I swallowed it or I spit it out. I just remember the sensation of like, whoa, what happened? What's going on? But I don't remember the outcome because it was, a long time ago. Let's see, Dr. Bear agreed. I don't think that's an actual problem. Maybe one or two people here are about the eating the bugs here and there are saying we should eat bugs, but I don't think there's a major systemic push or systematic push or anything like that. I don't believe so too. Yeah, I mean, I hear, like influencers suggesting all sorts of things that are weird, like such as eating bugs, but I don't think it's some kind of elite kind of Bill Gates conspiracy thing or something like that. I'm not making fun of who brought up the question. I just brought up like a Bill Gates, like it's, you hear these people saying Bill Gates and the elites are pushing veganism on everyone. Well, first of all, Bill Gates is not a vegan and he's not pushing veganism on anyone. It's just one of those kind of things that I just kind of trip out on. Anyway, yeah, Carl, worse is running when a bug flies into your... I don't remember. Maybe it flew into my nose. It could have been my nose. It could have been my mouth. I don't remember. I just remember it scared the hell out of me, and it wasn't exactly a fun experience. Yeah, we miss seeing you, Jordan. I see Chris's words to you, Jordan. Yeah, miss seeing you, Jordan. Stay plant strong. Oh, yeah, Jordan's going to stay plant strong for sure. I have no fears about Jordan making a why I'm no longer vegan video or anything like that. Ryan, would I support a one world government? This is one of those things, like how many angels could dance on the head of a pin? I mean, as they say, Bob, the devil's in the details. What would it look like? Who would be this one government? How would it be formed? How would it have authority or legitimacy? How would it really work? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. It could be a really great idea. It could be a real shitty, horrible, disastrous idea. I don't know. I mean, I got to see the more of the shape of the idea rather than just the idea in general, which is so vague and non-specific. I don't know. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe it sucks. I have no clue. My initial intuition, without having any details on this thought experiment, is I'm a little skeptical and hesitant. This sounds like there's a lot of potential problems, but who knows? Maybe it could turn out to be wonderful if all the details are filled in. I don't know. I haven't given that one much thought, Bob. But yeah, the devil's in the details. It's just right now vague, formless, vague idea. One world, like, what does that mean? How does that work? Something like the EU. I was saying, so if the concept of something like the EU were expanded to the entire world, I don't know. It's hard to say because the EU is, it's like comparing apples to oranges. The EU is unified by a certain geographic region, historical Europe. They have ties to one another, even though they have separate cultures and languages. Their cultures are very intertwined and have been interacting for millennia. You can't say that comparing once you start, when you add on Africa and Saudi Arabia, Arabian countries and Asian countries, it starts falling apart. You kind of lose that unity that they once had. So I don't know. I'm not sure how it would work out once you start getting more or less homogenous in like the geographic region and the interactions of the culture that have happened for centuries and millennia. But I'll take the lead. If there's going to be a world leader, I will step up and I'll be that person because I might as well have a vegan doing it, right, Bob? I'll force everyone to go vegan if I'm the world leader. How's that sound? I will force everyone. You have to respect my authority. You have to obey me as a world universe leader. Because I am the vegan cult leader, so I think next step is world leader. Singular world dictator. All right, Bob, I'll expect at least 1 or 2 votes. Let them eat plants, Carl. That'll be my slogan, huh? My running slogan. Let them eat plants. Peter, I don't think they would vote for you, right? I mean, you didn't win a city council race. But I will have I was not a cult leader back then, Peter. Huge difference. I'm a cult leader now, so I know what to do. Yes, vegan world dictator, Jordan. That'll be me, the vegan world dictator. V for vegan, yes. Let them eat plants. Let them eat plants. Are you watching, VD? Are you watching? You want to get your response video here? Yes, VD. I'm going to run for world vegan leader, world vegan dictator. That's going to be me. And guess what, VD? I'm coming for you, and I'm going to make you eat vegan all the time. No animal products ever. I'm going to force, that's going to be my first action as world vegan leader dictator. I'm going to force VD to eat a vegan diet. I'm going to force her. I'm going to take her freedom away to choose, and I'm going to force her to eat plants. So you watching there, VD? Let her eat plants. If I can do it, you can do it too. Clarice. Is that her name? I don't know why I'm saying that. Is that her name? I don't know. Let me know if you guys know. I'm going to try to make this as friendly as possible. Let's see. AJ wished that she had heard of the word vegan as a teenager. Me too. I never heard that word until like the 90s. You know, I was already in my late 20s maybe or something like that, mid 20s. Dr. Bear, AJ Vintage, at AJ Vintage. I had heard of the word vegan back then, but I thought vegans were weird and extreme. Well, you're right. Many vegans, as we've seen, that have come into the comments here, are weird and extreme. But most of them aren't. Most of us are, more reasonable, like me, rather than the weird extreme types. Yeah, but I was just saying there, I wasn't good at independent critical thinking back then. And maybe your first vegans that you encountered were weird and extreme. It's quite possible. That's what I'm telling. That's what I was talking about in the first 15 minutes of this live stream. Don't be a judgmental a-hole vegan. Just because, say your family isn't vegan, don't disown them. Or don't go and tell them they're bad people and they suck or something like that. And don't do that with your friends too. Don't be a judgmental, mean vegan. Lead by example. Just say, hey, here's what I'm doing. Here's why I'm doing it if they want to listen. And look at this great food I'm eating here, guys. Look how delicious this looks. And look, I'm not weak and dying or anything like that. I'm doing fine. I get my protein. Everything's cool. My brain isn't shrinking or anything like that. You listening, VD? Brain is not shrinking. Just lead by example. Is it Clarice? Is Clarice the name of Jodie Foster's character on Silence of the Lambs? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, huh? Dr. Bear says, what do you think of what M. Rider77 said? Seriously, a vegan world would be a lost world. Hey, I'm going to be the vegan dictator, so I'm going to find you, M. Rider777, and I'm going to find you and VD, and I'm going to force you guys to be vegans. I'm going to put you in a vegan incarceration camp and force you to eat nothing but plants. What do you think of that? Because I'm going to be the world vegan dictator. That's what we're talking about. Because Bob asked, what do I think of a one world government? And that led me to think, okay, I'll step up and fulfill that role. The only person I would trust with that would probably be me. So I will force M77 Rider and Clarice to eat nothing but plants. That's what I'll do. I'm too young to be a dictator. You're probably right, Bob. I got to be at least 80 for that sort of job, huh? You're so right. We can't have a Gen X world leader or president. That's just way too young, huh? I'm way too youthful and vibrant for that kind of role. Clarice is from Silence of the Lambs, huh? M77 Rider, in a better world. Sorry, okay. I won't force you to eat plants, M77 Rider, because you already are. So I'll take you out of my little vegan incarceration area. It'll just be reserved for Clarice or VD. Did you hear the lambs, Clarice? Is that VD's name or not? Did you like my Anthony Hopkins accent? The Hannibal Lecter accent? Did you hear the lambs, Clarice? What's that, Allison? Their name is Vegan Totalitarian Dictator, and they were being 100% serious. What are you talking about, Allison? I'm going to scroll up to see what the hell you're talking about. That sounds amazing. Who is this person? Allison, oh my God, I came across a channel that was named Vegan Dictator recently on James Aspie's live stream, and it was hilarious. And they're serious? They want to be the Vegan Totalitarian Dictator? Cool, you liked my Hannibal Lecter impression there? Awesome. But is that VD's name? Does anyone know? If you're watching, VD, come here in the chat and share your real name with us, because I forgot. I want to be respectful. I know you don't care about being respectful. You just make up crap on my eyebrows are falling out. I'm going bald. Now I have a shrinking brain, and I have these forehead lines here. You said they're permanent bed on my head. Now I just want to go like this, and yours, you have them too, VD. But now, anyway, I'm going to be respectful, despite you always disrespecting me. I'm going to be respectful, and I'm really going to respect you when I have my lawyer send you some scary paperwork like the kind you got from that other lady. Okay, VLAM, if I were a dictator, in all seriousness, I would be a benevolent dictator. What was the first thing I would do? Wow, that's a huge responsibility, VLAM. That's such a huge thing. I don't think I could, off the top of my head, say the first thing I would do, to be honest. I'd have to really think about that. That's a heavy action. A lot of weight is, riding on that. I am not sure. You guys give me some suggestions. Well, yeah, first thing I would do. I got it. This is an easy one. It's not going to force people to do anything that they're not ready to do or anything like that. Not going to take away their freedoms and all this crap. No, I'm going to end agricultural subsidies for meat, dairy, egg, all that crap, the stuff that happens in the United States where our tax money goes to drive down the price of animal products, and not only drive down their price, to pay for their marketing, like the TV ads, the posters you see up in the walls in the gymnasium at middle school, all that crap gone. The meat and dairy, egg industries, all of them, they're going to compete in the open market just to start. It's not going to be my last action. This is the first one. Just end those subsidies so that a dead animal burger has to compete with Beyond Burger. Like, why should say Beyond Impossible Burgers and Black Bean Burgers from Dr. Prager's, why should they be at a disadvantage because their prices seem artificially high because of the subsidies that the meat burgers get? So that'd be my first action. First day, first minute I get signed in, that'll be signed away. Those are gone. And if, we'll let the market decide, but why are our taxpayer dollars artificially lowering the prices of these, what should be, more expensive products, as they are in other countries in the world that don't get these subsidies? It's Asian vegan zombie? How am I Asian vegan zombie? I'm a lot older than Chris, and my hair is a hell of a lot shorter too. Let's see. So what have I missed there as I was describing my first action? Okay, so this vegan totalitarian dictator channel or person you heard of, Allison, the vegan totalitarian dictator. They need a t-shirt, right? Do they have a t-shirt? Vegan totalitarian dictator? If not, I'll make one. That sounds awesome. Literally got so mad at you for nothing, so easily triggered. Like, yeah, that's the hallmark of totalitarians. They're narcissists and sociopaths and really have very little or no capacity to deal with criticism because they think their shit don't stink. Anyway, so easily triggered. They were like, there's nothing wrong with being an ethical dictator. Like, bruh, you hear yourself? An ethical dictator. Oh, Sarah, you're kind of doing a sort of calorie restriction, huh? With your virus situation, huh? You're losing your gains. Oh well, I mean, you'll get them back. You'll get your muscle. You're not going to lose that much muscle that quickly, But yeah, you'll get your fitness and everything back. That's probably what you're losing more than anything, your fitness, because that goes away quickly. If you're just sitting around because you're ill, as we've all had to do in our lives. VLAM, yeah, let the people decide. But I think the people will decide if the market were more fairly priced. Again, why are meat eaters getting this special deal courtesy of the taxpayers by having their products be at a lower price than what they ought to be? Yeah, let people decide, but people should be able to decide given an even playing field. The government has no business deciding which products get an advantage as far as like meat burgers versus Beyond Burgers. That's not the government's business. All right, thanks, Bitfinesse. I have another potential vote there for benevolent vegan dictator. You guys know I'm just joking here. I have no desire to be world leader or anything like that. I'm not a narcissist. I'm just having fun with this idea. Since Bob asked about the idea of a single world government or something like that, I'm just running with this idea that he started, having some fun with it. But I'm glad I did, because Heidi turned me on to this vegan dictator totalitarian person. I didn't know there was such a person out there. It stands to reason there would be one. Oh, Dr. Bear, your dad is very healthy, but he got shingles and could have lost his eyesight. He got the shingles vax as soon as he recovered. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes we can't control getting sick. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Is that a recent shingles that he got because shingles illness? Because I've been hearing that shingles is having an uptick right now. And I'm not sure, what are the risks that people like how does one increase the risk of getting shingles? Is it like same thing like cold and flu? Is it like someone sneezing on you? Is it something else? I really don't know anything about shingles. I'm pretty sure I get all your votes. Oh, cool. I get about 60 votes, and maybe I can get my mom to vote for me too, because I'm nice to her even though she's not vegan. Oh, VLAM, you walked 20 minutes to the pool right now to find out it's closed for maintenance. That sucks. That's happened to me a few times when I drive to the gym, because walking would probably take over an hour. Anyway, I drive to the gym about 11, 12 minutes. And then I, get in there and I see, they'll say there's a sign on the basketball court door saying, court is closed for maintenance. We'll reopen in 3 days. Like, crap. I could have stayed home and just lifted weights or something. Oh, well. Okay, Joseph. Yeah, I heard something about that. Shingles is from chicken pox. So if a person had chicken pox in the past, they can get shingles later. Dr. Bear, anyone that has had chicken pox or the chicken pox vaccine could get shingles. It comes from the dormant virus reemerging in your nervous system. Whoa. So what causes the dormant virus to reemerge? Does science know, or why are more people having shingles? I'm hearing more about it on the news. So let me know if you know. Oh, that's good. You have another pool 5 minutes away. Awesome. Yeah, I wish I had that luxury, but I only have a membership at my gym that lets me only into my one gym. I didn't pay the extra bucks so I go to all the different branches of our gym. I just go to the one that I go to all the time, the closest one to my house. Wow, Sarah, you got the shingles part 2 vax. Like, when did you get that? Like, recently? Let me know. Maybe I should be looking into that. Okay, Uncle, it said that 1 out of 3 will have an outbreak of shingles if you're over 60. Whoa, so what does the vax... I got to do some more research on this. The shingles vax leveled you, though. Huge immune response to that one. Wow, like way worse than like a COVID vax. Yeah, you can't be vegan if you had chicken pox. So, well, a lot of us had chicken pox when we were like 8 years old or something like that, right? Yeah, it's coming up more in the news, Dr. Barry. Like when I saw you talking about it, I go, whoa, some more talk. I mean, I haven't seen people talk about shingles for years. All of a sudden, in the past like month, I'm seeing it on like a near daily basis. Like something's going on with shingles right now. Oh yeah, Uncle, we do have a pool near our house, the ocean. Yeah, I'm just not always in the mood to go into the cold water, even though I have my wetsuits and all that stuff. Yeah, like a pool, like way more chill, or not, less chill, I should say, more warm. Okay, I should get the shingles vax. Like, okay, you got it when you turn 50. It's a 2-parter taken 6 months apart. Okay, and do you guys know like how long that lasts? Well, if I'm like 50 now, 56 actually, well, is that good now like for another 50 years, or how often do you need to get that one? Because we had chickenpox when we were younger, right? So how long does the shingle vax like good for? Do you guys, if you guys know that? Okay, AJ only got one shingles vax. Didn't know it was a two-parter. Maybe there's different vaxes, you know? It could be different forms of the vaccination. Okay, see Dr. Greger 4 days ago. See, there's something going on. Dr. Greger made a video on the shingles vaccine 4 days ago. Do you remember, Allison? Curious, is the shingles vaccine like vegan, like most vaccines are? It's not made with an egg like old school flu shots, right? Let's see. Dr. Bear, you're not sure. I know you're not a medical doctor. You're a doctor, if anything, of like what, mathematics. Anyway, I think you only need to get the shingles vax once. Probably need to ask my doctor. So, cool. I need to make an appointment with my new general practitioner, not just my general doctor, my primary care doctor, or whatever. So, that would be something to bring up now at this age. And, considering that shingles is becoming more of a situation. Did any of you guys know like why people are getting it more now? Is there something happening? Like, does something trigger it, or can you get it somehow and it reactivates your dormant virus? I guess I could look this up. I just want to see if you guys know this stuff. It'll help me understand it. Okay. Okay, you don't remember if we went over if it was vegan or not, Dr. Greger, but mostly the benefits and side effects. So, okay. Hey, Bob, don't knock the COVID jab, okay, Bob? Okay, Carlene, a lot of people are getting shingles after their second COVID vax. Huh, interesting. Huh. I'll watch Dr. Greger's video on it and see what he has to say. Allison, you have to exit the live stream and watch it and then come back. It's only 3 minutes? You only been here what? I'm confused. Anyway, if you have to go, Allison, totally cool. Totally understand. But yeah, Sarah's right. We got to talk to our doctors, and you know, I know you guys aren't medical doctors. I'm just trying to get the basics, and I'll do some reading on my own, and I'll talk to my doctor. So we don't have to talk about shingles much more. I just want to see what you guys are saying. Dr. Bear, are you sure more people are getting shingles now? I'm not sure about that, Dr. Bear. I just know I'm seeing more stories about shingles coming up on the news. Like, I don't know I forgot what the headlines have said. I haven't clicked them. Like, I don't say new outbreak. I can't remember, but I'm just saying, compared to like say last year where I probably saw 0 stories, headlines, video titles about shingles, 0. I'm seeing them on a near daily basis now. Like you said, even Dr. Greger just put out a video 4 days ago. Like, why? Why did he put it out now as opposed to like 4 years ago or 4 months ago or last year? Something's happening. There's more talk about shingles now than ever before. So I'm wondering, okay, do I need to be concerned? What can I do? Are we... No, Bob, I don't know if people are sensitive about that. We're just not too keen on people dismissing a vaccine that has been shown by science to be effective and relatively safe. No, there's always side effects to any medication, but it's not as bad as certain factions of the public have made it out to be. I mean, I'm vaxxed, my family's all vaxxed, and none of us have gotten it. We're doing pretty cool. Anyway, that's not a scientific study or anything, but anyway. Wow, okay. Your dad's rash spread to your face, Dr. Bear? Wow. All right. Carl says the new Shingrix is a lot more effective than the old Zostavax. I assume those are all for shingles, hence the name Shingrix. Cool. I will look into it, guys. I just haven't really haven't done any research or gone to a doctor since I've seen all this shingle stuff appear. Yeah, I saw Milo's question earlier. Yeah, I said like old school flu vaccines have used some kind of egg or something like that to make it, but that's old school. It takes a long time, it's expensive, and there's ways to create meds now without having to use that old school egg thing. A lot of people in India got the vaccine, got their heart issues. No, haven't had any here that I'm aware of as far as my immediate family and friends. You can hear Angie laughing. Huh? I think she's watching her favorite show that comes on every. It's a weekly show and it airs every like Thursday night or Friday. So if she doesn't watch it Thursday night, most commonly she's watching it Friday when I'm in here hanging with you guys. Getting shingles is associated with a weakened immune system, Uncle. So you're saying if I let my immune system get run down, I'm at increased risk of shingles, the dormant shingles or chickenpox virus turning into shingles. Is that what's going on? So if I can keep a strong immune system, that will be a good thing. Okay, AJ, yeah, no bad reaction. Unlike Sarah, who said it knocked her out, basically. I'm sorry, AJ, you had no bad reaction except for a sore arm. Huh. All right, I'll look into it. I'll see if I can get a shingles shot. I wonder if I can get it from the same place I got my my jab, my COVID jab is the jabby, as Bob called it. Okay, the shingles vax had you in bed for 30 hours. Thanks for sharing that, Sarah, because if Angie and I were to get it at the same time, that might not be a good idea. We should like spread it out a little bit. I'll go one day in case she, we don't want us both laying in bed for 30 hours, So we'll try to take care of each other there. So unlike the COVID jab, I can go get a COVID jab and then go to the gym like right after. I know they don't recommend that, but I feel fine. I don't feel shit basically, Like you might feel that little ting, that little where it breaks the skin. I forgot. I read how it hits a nerve or something like that. They injected it in a nerve, so you feel that for a day or two. Other than that, I really don't feel much from those. I like getting my COVID jab every year. I love it. It's fun. It's something I look forward to. I can't wait for the next one this fall. Yeah, doctor, I wouldn't rely on having a strong immune system. I hear you. I'm just saying that helps to not get worn down. But yeah, I'll get one. I'll get one. I'll start looking into it. If I have to go see my new doctor, I will. I've been planning to make an appointment anyway, so this will give me more reason to do so. See if she can write me a script for a jab. Not COVID jab. Don't worry, Bob. I'm talking about shingles. Well, Carl, you felt awful after your third COVID shot? Yeah, I don't. First, the only time I really felt it, Carl, was the first one, the first shot, and then there was like a booster 3 months after that or something like that, and I didn't really feel that. It was just the first one. I felt a little trippy, like whoa. I feel a slight euphoria or something like that. I don't know. Just like whoa, it's a little weird. It went away pretty quickly. That was it. But yeah, now I don't even feel it. I go and exercise pretty much right after. Yes, Dr. Bear. I'm going to talk to an actual medical doctor, works in actual professional medical hospital setting, and get her opinion on the shingles vaccine. But I wanted to just get your guys' just input just on the basics so I can kind of know what to expect, because my doctor might not tell me like, Sarah, I was laid out for 30 hours, so I want to hear like the possible problems so I can plan around that. Like I said, not have me and Angie shot at the same time. Oh, you like the shirt, vegan cult leader? I'm going to be vegan, world benevolent, totalitarian dictator too. That's the next goal. We figured that out tonight, me and you guys. Well, Joseph, for you, getting COVID is way worse than getting the shot. Which shot is that? Getting the jab. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, most people just have mild reactions to the jab, but yeah, actually getting COVID is usually far worse, more severe, and than getting the mild reactions to the jab. So I don't really get reactions to the jab. I love it. And Ryder 7, you still can't taste food that much. That's awful. So that's why I take COVID pretty seriously. The stuff, the fears about the jab, what have you, but I've seen in real life, real people who have gotten COVID and had some pretty horrible things happen to them, such as die. It's happened within our family, and that happened to be an older person, over like 65, who was unvaccinated. I haven't really seen people who were vaccinated and had really horrible things happen to them as a result of the vaccinations. They got COVID, obviously, and got sick, but not terribly like hospitalized type sick. You're sick for 2-3 days, but I know people like have long COVID, they're out. They still haven't been able to have the energy to get back to how they were beforehand. It's pretty scary. That's one reason why I don't want to get it. When people say it's just like the flu, it can be, but also attacks your brain, which flus don't. So I would prefer not to get it if I don't have to, just to not have to worry about having long COVID. And as you hear, some people, it attacks your. The reason why you lose your sense of taste and smell, from what I understand, is because it's affecting those parts of the brain or the central nervous system or something. I'm not a doctor. It's not just affecting your end organs. It's getting deeper in. So I would just prefer to not get it. Hopefully I can keep going and not getting it. We'll see. I'm trying my best. But anyway, I know it's tough because it's everywhere. It's all around the world, and it always has someone with it, so it's always probably going to be around. So speaking of long COVID, Dr. Bear, your sister got long COVID. She still has brain frog. VD's right about me. Brain fog and weakness months later, and she's only 28. Angie and I did some Googling. We were wondering if the reason why a lot of people seem to be driving worse since COVID has anything to do with it affecting your brain, in the sense that we saw that. Google this. I was driving, so Angie was sitting next to me on her phone looking this up, so I couldn't read it all, but we found some articles saying that you can lose up to 3 IQ points from a single COVID infection. And then a second one, you might not lose 3, but you'll lose 1 or 2. And I don't know if that keeps going on forever. I don't know if there's been enough years of studies to see if there's an end point, or do you keep losing a couple IQ points every time? Whoa, imagine you're a young person, 10 or something, and you're going to live to 90, and you lose an IQ point or 2 every year. I mean, whoa, that could really, I'm going, wow. This could really screw up society if this. I'm not saying that's how it works. I don't know. I'm just going, wow, if it does work out like that, whoa, imagine the cumulative effects. I could just be over sensationalizing here, but there is like I said, I don't know if it happens forever, but they did say the first infection you can lose 3 IQ points. Yeah, Bob Hill. Yeah, you're right. The jab, no one ever said it prevents it. It lowers your chances of getting it, and it lowers your risk of developing severe symptoms like hospitalization. But yeah, you still can get the jab and catch COVID and still lose a few IQ points. Yeah, no one said that. I don't know why people that are anti-jab like to bring that up. I don't know anyone who says, yeah, if you get the jab, you are immune. You can walk in a room full of COVID, no mask, and you're totally cool. No, it didn't say that. It lowers your chances of getting it, and it lowers your risk of severe symptoms. Did I say infectious severe symptoms? Yeah, Dr. Beard. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Doesn't understand. I mean, I can't believe in 2024 I'm still repeating this. No one says you're immune. I don't think any vaccine for anything is like that, right? I don't think anyone ever says once you take this, you are totally cool. Yeah, lowers the chance of death, lowers the chance of hospitalization, lowers your chance of developing severe symptoms. Bob, I didn't say anything. I don't think there is a study. No, I don't think the jab has anything to do with you losing IQ points. What you lose IQ points from is actually catching having the virus infect you, whether you were jabbed or not. Maybe the jab might help a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if the studies are out there that show if the jab offers any IQ protection. Don't know. Not my specialty. I'm a music producer. Yeah, I didn't pay anything either for all my jabs, Peter. Yeah, fortunately, my medical insurance has covered it. I mean, Bob's IQ went up, maybe, huh? I didn't read anything about that, about people's IQs increasing. MWriter777, you do get brain fog once in a while. Well, some would say that's because you're vegan. You know, VD. We've brought her up a lot tonight. I brought her up a lot tonight. Yeah, she says there's this thing called vegan brain fog. I like to call it vegan brain frog. You know, it's just stupid. You know, there's no science showing that if you eat plants, you're gonna have a foggy brain. Some of the most foggy brain people I know are totally the furthest thing from plant eaters. Yep, Uncle, gives your body a head start. Absolutely. You don't have to wait weeks for your antibodies to get developed and kicked in. There's already some working for you. Hey, Patrick is enjoying this. Awesome, Patrick. Do you often speak about Patrick in the third person, Patrick? Good to see you, though, Patrick. Oh, is Sarah Lear's been? Who's leaving us right now? Bit Fitness is leaving us tonight. Good night, Bit Fitness, if you're still here. Okay, Uncle's saying the Shingrix vaccine lasts 10 years and is 97.2% effective. So again, you're not immune, lowers your risk by like 90-some percent, and contains no shingles virus, weakened or otherwise. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I will definitely look into that. Milo, I don't ever remember any medical authority, Fauci included, saying verbatim, if you, like not verbatim, but the gist saying if you get the jab, you won't get or pass COVID. I mean, I've not heard that. I know a lot of people like to say that, health professionals have been saying that, but I've been following this from the beginning. Like, no, it just says it reduces your chances of getting it. It reduces your chances of severe symptoms. It reduces your chances of hospitalization and reduces risk of death. But nowhere did I see Fauci or anyone say, oh, if you get the jab, you're cool. You're totally fine. That sounds like something that's been promoted by kind of like alternative facts sort of news outlets or something like that, but I've never seen that come from the mainstream press or anything like that. That this is what Fauci or I've never seen a doctor say that, and I've talked to quite a few doctors about this. Yeah, Joseph. Yeah, getting the jab reduces risk of death and severe symptoms. I mean, why would he say that? Because I said there. As far as I'm aware, there's no vaccine for any disease, any virus of any kind that is 100% effective. It just doesn't. It's just not how it works. What's that, Sarah? You want to get a ventilator for smoke season around there? Oh, I hope there's not really a big like. Is it like are you talking about like fire season in summer? Can you just imagine? I'm out hiking with a huge respirator. Wow. Hopefully there won't be that many fires this summer. We'll see. Hopefully not. Uncle, let's see. Happy how the vegans should be able to handle getting a shingles vaccine really well. I think so. And Peter still wants me to do a special 420 live stream tomorrow. Like get baked on the live stream. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do my first ever toke on a live stream. Or I could just say I just toked. Maybe I don't want to do it on camera. That might come back to haunt me when I run for world benevolent fascist dictator. They'll say, he's getting high. He can't be the leader, So I might do it off camera and then do the live stream. Who knows? We'll see. I'll have red eyes maybe, so I'll show you the red eyes. I don't know. I never look at myself in a mirror or on a camera when I'm high to see if my eyes get red. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I have no clue. It's okay, Dr. Barrett Mile. I'm just pointing out a lot of people have perpetuated this myth that Fauci and other doctors say the COVID vaccine 100% protected and can't get sick. I know it's a myth that's been perpetuated. I don't think Miles is a bad person for repeating that. I know it's just been out there that a lot of people picked up on that. I just wouldn't say that because no vaccine is capable of being 100% protective. So why would this one have that special ability? So let's just move on. A lot of different information out there. Some of it gets confused over time. So let's just kind of move on. Members only 420 live stream. I could do that maybe. I could possibly do a members only 420 live stream, I suppose. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll ponder that, guys. Thanks for giving me the idea. I never even thought about that. I just saw one of my local vegan places is selling a nice vegan dish, favorite of ours, for $4.20. So I think we're going to go take advantage of that. But we'll see. Yeah, Dr. Bear, no vaccine is perfect. That's not how vaccines work. Just like a misunderstanding of the concept of how vaccines work in the world. But it's 90 point something, right? Or effective, 90% something percent effective. My point is here, if you don't like the concept of vaccines, be it COVID, flu, shingles, all that. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not saying you have to. You have the right to do it. In this world, a free country, you guys have the right to do as you want. And likewise, yeah, I'm going to do as I want. And just because I do something, like if I get a shot, doesn't mean you have to. Just because I'm going to go get a shingles vaccine probably sometime in the next year or two, doesn't mean you have to do it or anything. I just said, just thinking about myself, I'm at higher risk. And with COVID too, usually the way the laws of probability work out, the older you are, the higher chances are of having complications, severe symptoms. So everyone has their own freedom to judge or how much risk you want to tolerate. How much risk are you okay with? How much risk do you feel comfortable with? So yeah, I'm not telling you what to do. If I do something, if I'm going to do something medically, and I don't have to share it with you. I don't. There's no thing on YouTube that says I have to be transparent about everything I do with my life, especially personal medical things. But I'm comfortable talking about this. So my point is, just because I do something, I'm not making a recommendation like you have to do what I do. I'll share with you my reasons for doing something, but it doesn't mean you have to do that. And if you don't do as I do, I'm not going to think less of you guys. So let's not have a fight here about who's right, who's wrong, or anything like that. And let's just kind of move on to other stuff now. Let's move on. No more shingles or jabs or anything like that. What else do we want to talk about? Let's move on. No vaccine related stuff anymore. It's such a kind of a, not triggering, but it's one of those like divisive kind of topics. But weed is cool to talk about, Dr. Bear. You're glad weed is legal in Oregon. I don't trust drugs yourself, except occasional alcohol. But I don't want police wasting their time busting kids or adults for smoking weed. They should be doing more important things, like, say, protecting us from burglars, protecting our cars from getting broken into. My mom's car, they keep one parked outside, got burgled just yesterday. It's like, that's what police should be doing, protecting us. If someone's smoking a joint, like, where's the crime? Who's the victim? There isn't any. Just because the law is on the books doesn't mean there's actually any criminal activity happening. So yeah, I'm glad that's changing in most states. What's your thoughts on that, Bob? What do you think about the decriminalization or even the pretty much legalization of cannabis? Just your thoughts. There's no right or wrong answers, Bob. Just kind of curious where you stand on that. Yeah, Peter, your friend got his catalytic converter stolen from his car. That happens a lot. Yeah, that's one reason it's scary to park an electric car or hybrid car out in the streets where you can go and get your catalytic converter stolen. And it's really expensive to replace, and it takes a long time. There's just not a bunch of spare catalytic converters just sitting around in the AutoZone store shelves or anything like that. You got to order it. It takes a long time. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, Dr. Bear, I wasn't sure if all electrics, I know hybrids like Priuses have catalytic converters. One perk of having Nissan Leaf now is that electric cars don't have catalytic converters. Okay, I stand wrong. Electric cars don't have it. Awesome. One less thing to worry about there. So Bob, you remember when weed went from medical and they had kids with seizures to push the idea? My issue is less with it being legal, but with it being pushed as a good thing. I mean, who's pushing weed as a good thing? Like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I mean, I'm sure there's weed influencers like weed TikTokers and YouTubers pushing it as a good thing, but I don't see like too many like governmental or agencies pushing it as a good thing. It just should be a non-criminal thing. It's not really criminal to smoke a plant. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the healthiest thing in the world to be doing, but neither is drinking alcohol, right? Let's just get real. Why should the healthfulness or lack thereof be the issue that makes it illegal? If so, we should have all sorts of things illegal, like weed and bacon, and so yeah, just the not being the healthiest thing in the world. Again, we all individually in our free country should be able to weigh in our minds how much risk we're willing to take. When you drink alcohol, it's not going to make your life longer. It could damage your liver. You could develop a dependency, all sorts of problems. And if you smoke weed, you should weigh out, okay, are the euphoric effects or whatever you want to call them, do those outweigh the potential health risks that go along with ingesting smoke or what have you? It's a risk decision that we need to all have the ability to make. Maybe children, there should be laws and it should be a controlled substance. I'm not saying children shouldn't be able to make those decisions, like a 15 or 14-year-old whatever shouldn't be able to, should I get smashed drunk tonight legally? Or no, you're too young. Anyway, is Travis here? Where's Travis? Hey, Travis, you're so sad today. Oh my God, you lost your unborn baby son yesterday? She had to deliver today? Oh my God, Travis, I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow, thanks guys, she's asleep and you're wide awake and that's why you're here for now. Well, just hang out with us. We'll try to, have some good vibes here for you, some good energy. I think we've been putting out some decent energy tonight. That's why I said let's get away from talking about vaccines and stuff like that. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Travis. That is tough. I can't imagine what that's like, and I offer you my best thoughts and condolences, and we're going to help you here as much as we can by being your friends and just being positive and trying to just share with you some just good old happy healthy vegan live stream good vibes here. And already I thought I saw G-Light here. So there's some good light and vibes right there. G-Light has come into our lives tonight. Good evening, G-Light. Great to see you. Peter, what? Speaking of bacon, did I hear about the guy who got a tapeworm in his brain? It's for eating undercooked bacon. Well, I don't think that happens if you eat some undercooked kale or broccoli or potatoes, right? Wow. Another reason to be vegan, right? If there's not the ethical reasons, just think about these risks. Like, what kind of risks are there of eating plants like that? It's like, wow. Sarah, you hate alcohol? Yeah, not a bad thing to hate, huh? That's probably a good thing, Dr. Bear, since alcohol is literally a poison. I drink only occasionally, almost never at home. Yeah, I pretty much never drink at home. The only exceptions to that are when we go to like a winery, like a wine country winery, which we do like once, sometimes twice a year, guys. Right? That shows you how alcoholic we are, once or twice a year. It's usually once, but last year we went twice. We already went earlier in the year, but Mike the Vegan came this summer, so we went back a second time just to meet him. He was in San Diego. We were here, so we kind of met halfway. Anyway, my point is, yeah, that's the only time we'll have some wine in the home is we buy a bottle or two. That's it, like a bottle or two, bring it home, and then we don't drink them right away typically. We might have one like kind of soon, and the other one will just kind of linger on in our storage cabinet for like months or so. So anyway, yeah, I just kind of like going out to little like wine, like to a winery and wine country and enjoying the fruits of their labor, of their harvest, their wine. It's delicious. It's something I like to do outside in the sun, celebrate some good moments in life, because life is full of so much sorrow and misery and pain and anger and anxiety, and having a nice day out with your loved ones and friends and having a glass of wine and a nice positive setting can really lift your spirits up. So that's and then when we go, we do these wine flights, and usually people order one for each person. Angie and I'll get one and split it. So we get these little half glasses poured. We just get a little bit, just want to taste it and enjoy. We're not there to get smashed. I don't want to get smashed. I want to get in the car and be able to drive without, killing people and, without being impaired. So yeah, it depends on, your attitude towards it. Mine is just something to enjoy on occasion, to celebrate some nice moments in life. But I'm both these. I used to drink a lot more when I was younger, and I'm over those eras. I don't drink Mickey's 40 ounces anymore or anything like that, wine coolers and stuff like that. Or sometimes a margarita at one of our favorite vegan restaurants. We go on Taco Tuesdays. We can get a margarita for $5. Normally like 19 or 17 bucks. Get it for $5. We split it. We don't get two. We're pretty chill. Hey, Giovanni Perez, you just popped in. Awesome. Dr. Bear, maybe someday you'll quit drinking, not quite ready yet. You like yummy cocktails. Or you could do what we do. Or maybe that's how you do it, Dr. Bear. Just, on occasions, special occasions, celebrate a nice moment. Or just want to relax one night, have a little something, that's how we just little bits here and there. What's up, Milo? If you make yourself sick by any method, you cause animals to die because that lessens the ability to influence others to go vegan. I'm not sure if you understand. It sounds like you have a good idea there. Like you're saying to not make your not represent yourself as like a sickly vegan because that would turn people off. I'm not sure. And there's people like Hutchie who can't have a little bit of anything. I understand. I've had close friends who have had substance abuse problems, and they can't have anything. Like one little bit, it can cause like domino effect of bad happening. And fortunately, Angie and I don't have that, and we were able to just enjoy from on when we want and not have anything negative come into our lives. But I know, some people just can't. They have to have zero. It's all or nothing. It's and I respect and totally understand that. I would never say, oh, just have a little bit, live a little. Nope. I understand. What addiction problems are like. Yeah, I'm blessed to not have that. Hey James, your problem is just a little chocolate. See, we all have our thing that we got to watch out for. Yeah. And fortunately, there's a lot of good vegan chocolates. Bob, there's a rise of zero alcohol beers and spirits, huh? I guess I'm just guessing. I'm just making free thought here. For people who enjoy the pleasurable experience of drinking alcoholic beverages, but don't want to have the problems that are associated with alcohol, like addiction things and impaired, mind, whatever you want to call it, impaired. You can't drive and stuff, that kind of thing. Maybe that's it. I'm just guessing. Yeah, I'm with you, Joseph. I don't care too much for alcohol, but I'll have an occasional drink. And I went many years, like during the early years of our channel, probably from when we started in 2013 all the way up to maybe 2016 or 17 or maybe even 18. I don't know. I went many years without having a sip of alcohol. Then I realized I don't really need to do that. I don't have a substance abuse problem. And I remembered how Angie and I in our earlier years enjoyed going to country wineries, and that's just something kind of fun to do. So yeah, kind of brought that back into our lives. Well, Deem Stars, binge drinking is so popular where you live, you don't even know what responsible drinking is. Wow. So Bob thinks getting drunk is the enjoyable part of the experience. No, I don't think so. You know, when I've noticed this, here's what I notice about the experience of getting drunk or a buzz or whatever. It's like when it's first coming on, there's like a little rush. It's kind of almost euphoric. It's kind of fun and delightful. But that only lasts a short time, I've noticed. And Angie and I have talked about this too. And after that, it just kind of start feeling a little more mellow because it is a central nervous system depressant. You feel a little, stimulant effect at the beginning, but it's short-lived. And from there on, it's kind of groggy. And that's why we don't like to get to that point. Just a little tiny buzz and just that's it, so you don't feel that any kind of groggy. Just a little bit. That's all. I don't even like to feel anything. That's why when I tell you we go and have a wine flight at a winery, we'll split a flight between the two of us because we don't want to get drunk or buzzed or anything like that. You have to stay in the zone. Well, if you want to stay in that zone, Bob, good for you. If that's where your happy place is, good. That's not where I want to be too often. And, but, you do you on that one, Bob. Yeah, I'm not a big being drunk or buzzed kind of guy. Sarah, too much of a control freak to get out of control. Yeah, I like to keep it under control. Like the Pink Floyd song says, comfortably numb. I'm not a big fan of kombucha, Michael. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I don't actively seek it out or buy it or anything like that. I've had it a few times. It's all right. I know some people love it. I'm just not one of those. But I don't hate kombucha. A lot of things I don't hate that I don't buy. I just don't like it enough to part with my money for it. You like a regulated nervous system at all times. What is a regulated nervous system, Sarah? Regulated meaning just operating and functioning in a kind of a normal, healthy kind of manner. If so, I can understand that fully. Yeah, totally. That's how I like mine operating most of the time too. I wonder though, if I smoke some weed, does that change that much? I don't think so. I don't know. I've never been tested. Well, hi. Metalhead, caffeine is your drug of choice. Yeah, I had my little I had my half calf earlier today with Angie. I didn't go to the gym today. We had such a horrible day yesterday, waiting all day for a certain utility technician to come here. There's a 4-hour window. We were here the whole time waiting for him to come. And then it's 4 o'clock rolling around. I go, I don't think he's coming. So I called them up and he said he couldn't come. He was too busy, had another job. And we were so pissed off. We were just so pissed. Why'd we just waste the whole day? I thought he was coming at 12. When I first made the appointment, I thought he was going to be here from 12 to 4. Then I looked yesterday when at 2 o'clock. Oh, it said he would arrive between 12 and 4. Then I learned he's not coming at all. So we were so pissed. So I told Angie, I just went to the gym on Wednesday. I usually go on Tuesday, so I don't have to go on Friday. Let's go out and try to do something. If assuming the weather doesn't totally suck, and it didn't totally suck. So we went out. I went to that coffee shop we'd never been to before, and just made a little something out of it, just because we were. I don't even want to talk about it, Uncle. I don't want to talk about what he was coming for. It was a certain utility. There's a certain problem. And we still haven't got it dealt with yet. It's going to be dealt with in a few days. Fortunately, I talked to the guy who they put me through to the scheduler because they wanted to try to make it right with me. They gave me a free month. They cut, they said they're going to just, because I told them I just flushed the whole day down the toilet for you guys. Set my whole day aside and you guys just blow me off without even calling me. I had to call you guys at the end of the window. So anyway, they're going to come back really soon. And anyway, that's why I went out for coffee today. No gym today. Uh-oh, Sarah, your eyes are getting really tired focusing on the screen. Might need to shift activities. No, just listen. Let's see. Well, I've been on almost 2 hours. I don't know how long I will keep on going today, but if you just want to listen, Deem Stars, I don't want to talk about jabbing things anymore. I remember I said I wanted to move on from that. When I make a mandatory jab made perfect, people allergic to animal, let's just move on. I don't want to talk about jabs anymore today. Like I said, we spent a good amount of time talking about the jabs earlier. Let's see. So let's see if I missed any other of those questions. Uh-oh, Uncle Eddie's. Uh-oh. Are we talking about Uncle Eddie's cookies, AJ? I remember when I first discovered Uncle Eddie's cookies back in the 2000s. I wasn't vegan yet, but I had them, and I was so impressed with them. I wrote Uncle Eddie's back then. I sent them an email, Uncle Eddie's cookies. I said, hey, these are the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had, vegan or not, you know, and they were I remember they were pleased at my fan mail then. But yeah, I haven't had Uncle Eddie's for a while. But yeah, I should get some again and compare them to other like vegan chocolate chip cookies I've had since then. Let's see, Sarah. I forgot. Yes, you're gonna maybe miss some episodes. You're gonna be traveling, assuming you recover soon enough. Thanks for the well wishes, guys. If I'm still sick and hence still in town next week, I'll be here. Otherwise, I'll miss the next 2 weeks. It just won't be the same without you, Sarah. Your presence will definitely be felt and missed. But yeah, I understand. We have, I shouldn't say we, I can't speak for myself, but we have lives. Most of us do. Not everyone can be here every Friday. I feel so bad. I even was here on Angie's birthday. It happened on a Friday this year. I started late, like after 6, like an hour and a half later or something like that, but I still did a little live stream. But I understand, we travel, we have family, we have activities, and it's totally cool, Sarah. But I'm just saying your presence will be missed. Yeah, I wrote to Uncle Eddie's cookies, AJ. Oh, check it out, Heidi. Yeah, they're around. I see them at the market often. Uncle Eddie's cookies. Look for them. I believe they're I believe their whole line's vegan. I think. Don't hold me to that, but I thought they were. Oh yeah, we get the Trader Joe's vegan chocolate chip cookies. We've been getting those since like before we went vegan too. They're kind of on par with Uncle Eddie's, possibly. Close. Yeah, Trader Joe's has some good little vegan snacks, guys. You guys get me hungry now. I guess I should be. Even though I didn't burn 1,000 calories at the gym, I had lunch about, let's see, 2, 3, maybe 4 hours ago. So I'm kind of due for another meal pretty soon. Don't want to eat like too late. Let's see, what's that, Heidi? Trader Joe's has a new vegan cheese cracker made from almonds. Whoa, I'll look for that. Wow. Is it like where crackers are? I'll keep that in mind next time I go there. Okay, Produce Not Pills. Thanks for... Hi, Produce Not Pills. I didn't say hi to you yet if you just popped in. The name is actual Uncle Eddie's Vegan. So you would be able to infer from that that their entire lineup is vegan, because vegan is part of their name. And $2 of each bag of Eddie's cookies goes towards PETA. Awesome. I know a lot of people hate PETA. Whatever. At least Uncle Eddie's is doing something to contribute to vegan activism. Hey, if you're watching Uncle Eddie's, actually, if you're watching Uncle Eddie's, you could contribute like 10 cents to Happy Healthy Vegan to spread vegan cult leader awareness. And I actually have a you guys know how I drink from the coldest water bottle, and They sponsored me a long time ago, like years ago. They gave me a couple of these coldest bottles, and they haven't given me a penny since. But I still drink from this all the time. I drink every Friday's live stream. I take this with me pretty much every time I leave the house, go to the gym. They sent me 2 of these bottles, but I was going to say they sent me a new, just out of the blue. I didn't ask them anything. They sent me a new promo code, so I'll share it with you guys. Let me put it in the chat here. If you guys are interested in getting a good bottle, I'm telling you, these are good bottles. They're not paying me to say this. They probably paid me a little something a long time ago to promote their product. But no, this is honestly, I'm just saying this from just my honest review here. This is the best water bottle I've had, and I've just been using it. You don't ever hear me talk about these things. But they sent me a new promo code. You can save 10%. Code Ryan88810, and the website is down there in the show notes, so check it out. If you happen to be looking for a water bottle, They said I'll get a 20% commission. I don't know if should be sharing that or not, but anyway, I get a commission if you want to get one. If not, no bigs. I just thought I'd share that with you. I just got the email today. That's why I remembered it. So anyway, let's get back to regular programming here. But it really is a good bottle. It truly is. If I were to lose these 2 bottles, I'd probably just buy some of my with my own money. That's how much I like their bottle. AJ knows what I'm talking about. You adore your coldest water bottle. And as the name implies, it really keeps the stuff cold. I notice it in the summertime, put some, fill it up with water, put ice cubes in there, go to the gym, do a live stream. It might be 80 degrees in here. Sip this and it's cold. See, Baratus talking about our music. That recent LSD live release is by far one of the best recordings I've heard. To boot, the recent radio recording you released was great. I love these archival releases. Put them all out. Which LSD live? LSD is my old band from the 90s. Love Spirals Downwards. Which live release are you talking about? Are you talking about the digital release we put out, the Love Spirals Downwards live one? Is that what you're talking about? That was a few years back, but yeah, I know we've snuck out a few live recordings on the remastered reissues that we've been putting out every few years, going back through the old Love Spirals Downwards albums, CDs, and remastering them and repackaging it and with new, previously unheard of like studio tracks that didn't get released on the albums and putting live versions that we found from old tapes. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious, which live stuff are you talking about? Crystal, are you on right now? Crystal Gray, thanks for subscribing. Let us know if you're here if you'd like to. Yeah, my old band spells out LSD. Okay, so yeah, coldest. Yeah, AJ attests. Her coldest bottle keeps ice for like 30 hours, like longer than a day. It keeps the ice in there. It really keeps, if you want to have cool water any time of the year, it's amazing. Technology. Well, my water bottle matches with the shirt. Yeah, these are like, what are these complementary colors? I'm not a color theorist or anything like that, but they do go together really well, huh? Wow, Dr. Bear's looking. Coldest has all kinds of products unrelated to water bottles, like pillowcases and dog beds. Wow, that's weird. I didn't know that. I didn't go check the site. I just got that link earlier today. I should have checked out what they're selling now. I had no idea they're selling dog beds. Wow. I can't vouch for any of that. All I can vouch for is specifically this bottle. I don't know what their other bottles are like, but if they use this technology, whatever it is, it's insulated, it says down here. And they're really cool. They even wrote, can't really see it that well, but there's the YouTube play button and it says Happy Healthy Vegan. So they can engrave things onto it as well. So get one if you're looking for a water bottle, if you happen to be in the market for one. I know all of us probably have ours already, but if you need a new one or lost one, get one. It supports our channel, and it's actually a good bottle. And you can save, 10%. All right, so any questions here now that we've hit our second hour of the live stream? And that's kind of funny. When Sarah starts getting tired, I start noticing, I'm kind of tired too. I'm around Sarah's age, a little tiny bit older. She's the one that kind of is my indicator. If she's getting tired, I'm probably getting a little tired too. So we'll go a little bit longer here. Just to let you know, we won't be on a hell of a lot longer, unless something wild and crazy happens, and maybe that'll motivate me to stay on a little bit longer. I'm feeling pretty chill right now. Oh, thank you, Chris Murphy, for your super chat tip there. Thank you. Vegan cult member dues. Still want Ryan world leader. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Chris. I would love to be vegan world cult dictator authoritarian leader. Wow, Piers Morgan's show is even on television anymore. He got booted off TV again, just on streaming. What's up with that guy? He can't keep an audience. People don't like his nonsense. Okay, Baratus. Okay, you had to go look again. So I was asking, yeah, which LSD Love Spirals Downwards live were you referring to there? So you're talking about the live album. Yeah, it was 2014 when we put it out. Wow, time flies. That was like 10 years ago. Crap. But somehow you just came across it. Cool. That's why I'm putting all our old music out. You know, it's for legacy, for Love Spirals Downwards and Love Spirals Legacy. Just getting it all out there, material that I'm just sitting on that people would like to hear. I'm sharing it, just getting out there. Once I'm gone from this planet, assuming that, you know, Apple and Spotify can still be around and pay their electricity bills for their streaming music services, my music will live on forever. Future generations will discover the genius of Love Spirals and Love Spirals Downwards. No, I've never heard of that restaurant in Eagle Rock, Uncle. B. Wallace? ABC News did a show on them tonight. What about? Like, why were they on the news? Was it like promotional or was there a problem? RT STEM 09. Do I drive an electric vehicle? Yes and no. I have a plug-in hybrid, which means it's a has a shorter range electric engine, like 30-ish miles. And then once that is gone or depleted, then it just becomes like a regular sort of like a Prius, basically. Yeah, so I think plug-in hybrids are fantastic cars to have right now. A lot of people with electric cars know that you know, this charging infrastructure you keep hearing about, like Biden passed this infrastructure bill and all these charging stations are supposed to be built, and Volkswagen got fined billions of dollars for their Dieselgate. Instead of being fined, they said they're told to spend that money on charging infrastructure. I still have trouble plugging in when I go places, so especially for longer trips. So yeah, plug-in hybrid can be a fantastic choice depending on your needs and lifestyle. For mine, it's perfect. Most of my trips are within 30 miles round trip, so I hardly ever tap into the gas engine. And when I do, it's a long trip, and you know, I'm glad I can drive as far as I need to and not have to worry about EV range. But yeah, I like EV cars. I'll probably have one sometime in the future, but I'm really happy right now with where the world's at as far as electric recharge infrastructure. Having a plug-in hybrid's a great car for right now. And I read that their sales rates have been increasing way faster than electric cars have been lately. Probably due to, you know, how it seems like a great car to have right now. But yeah, that I like the Ioniq, the new Ioniq. Have you guys seen those? Those look pretty cool. But yeah, too expensive for me, and I'm totally fine with my, you know, sort of newish, like 4-year-old plug-in hybrid. What's that, AJ? You debunked veganism? The finger you sliced accidentally while cooking last week has already healed. Veganism, oh, not debunked. That's cool, Dr. Bear. Yeah, if you have places where you can plug in easily, totally awesome. Yeah, because I know, yeah, Leafs have a smaller range than most electric cars, right? Isn't like a 100-ish, 125? You know, a lot of them have like over 200 or something like that miles. So that's cool. If you could charge when you're out doing stuff, where do you charge at? You said where you live in Western Oregon, there's enough public charging infrastructure that you haven't had any issue. Awesome. Even though you live in an apartment, it can't charge at home. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a big bonus for you then. Yeah, super cool that if you can't charge at home. Me, I just charge at home. On rare occasion, I'll plug in somewhere, you know. But yeah, it's cool. And you know, charge it at work. That's great. Yeah, if you could charge at home or work, yeah, you should be pretty set. Wow, the Leafs are up to a 220-mile charge. God, I remember when they were like 70 or something like that. I remember one of my friends got one in when they first came out, like a long time ago. Thought it like a 60 or 70 mile range or something like that. So they're up to 220 miles now. Awesome. So that's a regular electric car. Awesome. I forgot. You probably told me that when you got it. I just forgot, because you know why? My brain is shrinking. Yeah, Ryan, he's from California. He drinks a soy latte, and guess what? His brain is shrinking. I can see his brain shrinking. And guess what? Look at his eyebrows. They're thinning out because he's vegan. Look at, he's balder than Joe Rogan, even though they're born like 10 days apart in the same year. Ryan's hair's falling out because because he's vegan. Yeah, totally. Anyway, why did I go off on my vegan deterioration rant there? Anyway. Yeah, the range has gotten better. I guess before the old Nissan Leafs were vegan, right? They just were limited, and now they've been eating meat. Just trying to make some stupid VD kind of story out of it. Well, interesting. Yeah, okay, Milo. Yeah, Christspiracy. I totally want to see Christspiracy now that I saw, the filmmakers go on Piers Morgan. Totally want to see it, but I don't want to go to the theater. I'm gonna wait for it to come to streaming. Let's see, Vondi. I don't know. I'm not an agricultural expert by any stretch. I'm just a music producer who happens to be vegan too. But is veganic farming a viable way to feed like the mass population? Is what you're asking? I don't know. I honestly don't know how much more land usage veganic farming requires versus to like non-veganic farming. And let's factor in that we don't need to have let's just say there's no need for animal agriculture anymore, which takes up, I'm sure, way more land than veganic agriculture does, because we're not feeding animals and losing like an exponential factor of food feeding animals in the process to feed us. I would imagine veganic farming should kick ass over animal agriculture as far as land requirements and resource requirements. But I imagine it probably takes up some more resources than non-organic, non-veganic farming. But yeah, why are we comparing it to that? We should be comparing veganic farming to what's required to make all these plants for livestock feed for people to eat the animals that eat the livestock feed. That's the real waste there. It's funny. It's like a smoke and mirrors game. Like, oh, veganic farming might be more resource intensive than like other sorts of farming. Well, let's just do more veganic farming compared to all the waste going into animal agriculture farming, which is way worse, I'm sure. I haven't seen the data, but just I can't imagine how veganic farming could be more resource intensive than wasting all the resources that are resources required to make livestock feed. Soy lattes are delicious. Well, I had my oat milk latte as normal. I just haven't been feeling theaters lately. I just don't like. I just don't like being in large groups of people anymore. I mean, I'm probably gonna be in one. I'm see some bands and concerts later on, but I just haven't been feeling theaters, to be honest with you. That's just my thing. I was never a big fan of like going to theaters anyway. I just never been, it's not, I hate theaters per se. I just don't like, I've never liked, as an introvert, lifelong introvert, I've never liked situations where I'm like just crammed in with people, like people all every side of me, people behind me, people in front of me. I just don't like those kinds of situations. I like to have space. I mean, last time I went to a theater, there's literally pretty much no one there. Me and Angie just got to pick up our seats, got to pick our feet up and enjoy it. It was awesome. It was like having a private showing, which it wasn't. I'm cool with that. I just don't like being crammed. Not if it's like antisocial. I just don't like being crammed. When I'm with people, I'm friendly with them. I'm conversational and all the charm that you see here right now. I don't have such charm when I'm just trapped in, all crammed in and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not where I feel my highest self or anything like that is what I'm trying to say. Let's see, another hurts. Why do I need to filter food through animals and that horrible industry? Yeah, who are you talking to? Asked Dr. Bear, and I'm asking the same thing, huh? Why do you need to filter your food through animals in that horrible... who are you talking to? Yeah, Peter, you're right. Most of the newer theaters have bigger seats. You're not as crammed, plush. But I'll tell you another reason, Pros Not Pills, why I don't like to go to theaters. They're so damn expensive now. It's like, you guys tell me, like a typical theater, like, assume you're going not at like some like what those twilight hours where it's cheaper. What's it like $20, right? Is that right? Like am I wrong here? What are tickets? Like $15-20? So that's $30 to $40 for two of us to go see a movie. Like $30-40. I mean, it's a lot of money. I just wait for it to come to streaming, and it's kind of free, right? I'm already paying for the streaming service. So part of it has to do with the fact that I'm not like born into wealth or something like that. I'm not a Rockefeller. I don't have like infinite cash. So I try to be very mindful with how I spend my money. I'd rather put that money into like going out to dinner or something like that, you know? So but that's probably the leading reason, the extreme inflation of the cost of going to a movie for two people. If it was just me, maybe I could handle it, but there's two of us, me and Angie. So yeah, $30-$40. We don't even think about it. It's like, that's a lot of money. I'd rather go to dinner. Okay, another Thez. You were talking to non-vegans. Okay, yeah, we were just kind of confused by your question there. Another Thez. Seemed to come out of kind of left field, sort of. Didn't know. I didn't see anyone advocating for that position. But I guess you're thinking, if someone were to be advocating for that position, that's what you would tell them. And we get it now. Pros on pills. I don't feel I'm a cheapskate, but like I said, unless you like are born into wealth or you made your own billions of dollars or something like that, we all need to be mindful of. We should be. We don't need to be, but we should be mindful of the best way to use our limited and finite monies. So yeah, I just choose if I'm going to spend $30-$40, I'm going to go out to have a nice dinner rather than a movie, which I can watch at home on a streaming service. I can't go out to a nice dinner at home. I mean, I can. Angie makes it. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the restaurant experience, but I don't need the theater experience. Again, I would much prefer to watch a movie on my couch, on my nice TV. Well, it's not that nice. It's not super big or super expensive. It's nice. I like it. My really nice audio system. Well, it's a stereo. It's not like surround sound, but it's a really good stereo. I just like to sit there, and then if I need to pause it to go make some vegan popcorn or grab vegan Trader Joe's banana bread or something like that, I can do that and not have to pay like some concessionaire for something that's like not even good. Jen Marie, yeah, good points. And it's introvert as well. Plus, yeah, shootings probably not going to happen at home, hopefully. Yeah, some theaters even serve booze. If I wanted booze, I can get some here, but I don't have any here. Let's see, they have $5 movies all day on Tuesday at a movie theater by your house. Awesome. I remember when I used to live in LA, there was like a dollar theater. This is like, over 20 years ago. I'm sure the dollar theater, if it still existed, which it does, it'd probably be about $5 now, huh? Little Smoky. Vegans have no evidence meat is bad. Well, first of all, veganism is not about making a stance that meat is bad. Let's educate you what veganism is here. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. That's why we go vegan. That's why I went vegan. I didn't go vegan because I was like, meat is bad. Therefore, I'm going to eat plants. So I went vegan when I realized, like, why is my mom buying me this microwaved frozen hamburger? This was a living animal. It had to be killed, so some idiot in the suburbs like me would just walk into the refrigerator, pull out this frozen piece of a once living animal and stick it into my microwave and nuke it so I could have a hamburger on demand. No, that's why I went vegan, because I thought it was wrong. I could eat plants and not have animals die in order for me to live. So I think you have a wrong idea there, Little Smoky, or... Yeah, have fun with all the pesticides. Well, guess what? Your livestock are fed. They're fed plants that are grown in the modern agricultural system, which uses a lot of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. So yeah, the meat that you're eating isn't some kind of clean meat. The animals are being fed plants, which are produced with all these things that you're trying to make us fearful of. So I'm not sure why you're coming here to poke to scare us or something like that. And pesticides accumulate in the tissues of your flesh, so it's not like you're getting a free pass or anything like that. Dr. Bear says Ryan isn't a Christian at all. Why are we talking about Christianism? How did that even come up? Where did the Bible come up? You can cite your scripture all you want. I could show you, like, say, Genesis 1:29, but that doesn't really matter to me because I'm not Christian. So I don't take any scripture as like the truth or something like that. You're not speaking my religion or something like that. So good. I'm thanks for coming here and throwing poop on our wall. Meat, why are you vegans against people eating meat? Why are you vegans saying meat is bad for you? The Bible didn't say, like, no, you're just flinging poop on it. Do you have a point you're trying to make, Little Smoky? Do you want to just have one issue you would like to discuss, or are you just here are you gonna fling another unrelated poop on my wall? Are you just going to keep doing this continually, or do you have a point you're trying to make? Like, why are you here? Why'd you bother taking time from your Friday or Saturday if you're in Asia? Why do you could be doing anything right now. You could be watching a documentary on meat eating or something. Why did you stop by here? What point would you like to tell me, Little Smoky? Why did you come here? What is the point you're trying to make? All right, I'll give you one last shot here. Sound effects are getting you. Okay. Yeah, Jen Marie raises a good point, because we have many Christians who watch our channel, watch our live streams, and point out that nowhere in the Bible does it say that you have to eat meat in order to get into heaven. Like, vegans who aren't eating meat, they're somehow forbidden from entering through to the gates of heaven. They will get stopped by God or an angel. They'll look in the book. Hey, I see here you weren't eating any meat. That's how the angels talk. Hey, it says here you weren't eating any meat, so you can't cross the threshold. You have to go to hell because you have to eat meat. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't say that in the Bible, that you have to eat meat to be a Christian. Did you guys like my angel voice there? That's my angel accent. Yeah, Dr. Bear, exactly. Yes, I'm going to read your post here, your comment here verbatim. Yes, lots of love to our vegan Christian siblings who don't use their religion as a silly excuse to exploit animals. Exactly. That's how angels talk, AJ. I know this. That's how angels, that's their accent. I think he ran, huh, Dr. Bear? He or she, Little Smoky, pooped and ran. Well, thanks for coming in and enlighten us with your mini poops. That's why we have a policy against poop throwing, because if you have a point you want to make, let's discuss it. But if you're just gonna say this and that, some other thing, and look over here, we'll distract you with that. No, that's not how it works here. I've seen it happen so many times. I actually made a rule number 3. When trying to debunk veganism, I'll only discuss one of your claims at a time. Don't bring up new claims. Don't throw poop on the walls. So anyway. Really, AJ? That's how the angel Castile talks on the show Supernatural? Wow, where can I see Supernatural? What channel is that on? I want to see this angel that talks like my angel accent. He speaks in this deep, gravelly voice as a weird acting choice. Yeah, I'm an angel. Yeah, that's how. Okay, I want to see that now. That sounds cool. Yeah, Milo. The true religion is to love one another. Raping, torturing, murder is not love. Yeah, I never saw Jesus say, hey, go and kill and torture and just harm a bunch of people and animals. It's on the CW. Okay, thanks for sharing that. I'll try to remember that. Am I funny? Another Thez? I don't know. I'm just doing my angel accent there. Castile is your favorite character as well. Cool, I gotta check it out now. Supernatural. I'll ask Angie if she's ever seen Supernatural. Is Castile, is he like, I assume as a dude, is he like on all the episodes, or he's just like a special character that comes in once in a while? Kind of like Q on Star Trek, or is Castile like, he's there, he's a regular cast member there all the time. Now, what is Ryan eating for dinner tonight, Uncle? I don't know. I was supposed to make some kitchery before I got started, and I didn't, so I don't know. Not sure. Okay, he becomes a main character. Okay. 14 seasons of Supernatural. Oh man, there's no way. Like, is Castile like in the earlier seasons, the later? Should I watch a later season because you said he became a main character, a main cast member? Let me know. What's a good one? Should I watch like season 14? Just to, it's safe. I'll see him for sure. Or let me know what you think. Fans petition to keep him going. God, I didn't know Angel had talked in an accent like that. Yeah, you gotta eat meat, be a Christian to get in heaven here. I didn't know that was like how that people like that. Okay, watch season 4, episode 1. Easy handled right there. I watched the first episode of the 4th season. Hey, Priscilla. I'll think about binging it, Chris. Priscilla says, did you guys hear about the hunters that died from zombie deer disease after killing and eating deer? Wow, another good reason not to eat meat. Yeah, you never hear about that. You know, I ate those potatoes and bananas and I died. You know, it caused a weird yeah, it's weird. Yeah, meat, there's all sorts of ways you can get sick. AJ, the actors, co-stars are like, why is he talking like that? Okay, I totally want to see it now. I think hopefully we have CW, there's an app, right? Like a streaming app for CW. I think we've had it before. Yeah, mad broccoli disease. I don't think that one exists. I don't think Google knows anything about mad broccoli disease. You could probably ask ChatGPT to hallucinate and make up a fantasy story about mad broccoli disease, but that doesn't count. Okay, Jinri, A+ angel accent. Cool. I didn't know. I didn't know I was doing an angel accent, but that was my interpretation. All right. And it's on Netflix too. Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing that. I know for sure we have Netflix, so I will look it up on Netflix. Season 4, episode 1. Uncle wonders if maybe it's Panda Express or pizza. As much as I would like to, we already spent some money today, like I told you, going out this morning to get our minds off the horrible experience we had yesterday, waiting around all day for the utility guy. So we were pissed. So I knew we needed something to elevate our spirits a little bit. So we went out and had our coffee at this new place I was telling you over at the beach, sort of. And had split an avocado toast as well. So we already spent some money out today. So yeah, as I told Produce Not Pills, we're not like infinitely wealthy or anything like that. So probably won't go out a second time. Little Smokey's back. Little Smokey the second. I didn't say that. I said the Bible said nothing about eating meat is bad. Okay, so again, if you have a point you would like to make, now is a good opportunity to make it, because I'm really looking to get going soon. So if you have a point you want to make it, I suggest you make it, and make it really quickly. And if not, just come back in the future, Little Smokey the Second. You could tell us next Friday. We do this every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let us know if you have a point you would like to make. Like, why did you come here? Twice now. You love us so much. You can't keep away from us vegans. So let us know what brought you here. Is there a certain thing you would like to tell us? Some information you would like to share with us to expose the wrongness of our vegan ways or something like that? I know you had some intention, or did you come here merely to troll us? Because that's not allowed here. So you don't like vegans? All right, that's all you want to tell us? You don't like vegans? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did a vegan like hurt your feelings before or something like that? Why don't you like vegans? What else don't you like? You don't like vegans as a class of people? Like, what else don't you like? Do you not like Asian people? Do you not like Buddhists? Like, what? Why don't you like vegans? Why do you hate an entire class of people? So you're saying you're a bigot. That's what you wanted to come here and tell us, that you are a bigot, because that's what bigots are. They generalize and stereotype an entire group of people. The only person, Little Smokey, that I think that's better than someone is you. When have I tonight said that veganism is about being better than other people? You're projecting. You're making some some fantasy up about what you think all vegans believe in. I'll show you what all vegans believe in. I showed you earlier. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. It doesn't say here, and because we are against animal cruelty and exploitation, we think we are better than other people. And we actually tell that to people. We don't just keep it up here privately. We actively share with people that we are the superior human beings of the planet. Like, where did you get that from? You see vegans flaunting? Well, good. There's some asshole vegans out there. And guess what? There's some asshole non-vegans out there. So should I say that all non-vegans think they're better than people? Because almost every live stream, I have some non-vegan come here and act like we're horrible people, kind of like what you're doing right now, saying that we're bad people and they're better than us. That's kind of what you're doing right now to us. Can you see how, from what I'm seeing, that you're shaming us and you're standing on this pedestal looking down saying you vegans are bad people, you got to be a good person like me? I'm just seeing, that's all I'm seeing here. If you can point out any example of me showing how I'm better than you, we're always protesting. Well, guess what? Meat eaters protest too. You know, it's a free country, in the United States at least, and we have the right to protest. Why would vegans not be allowed to exercise our First Amendment speech rights, free speech rights, to protest about anything? Like, I don't, what do you mean we're always protesting? First of all, there's nothing wrong with protesting. It's our right. And secondly, not all vegans are always protesting. You really don't catch me out doing that many protests. So you're just making crap up. Yeah, some vegans protest. So what? What's your point? I think he's just trolling us. So is that your point? You don't like vegans because you're a bigot and you think vegans are second-class citizens who have fewer free speech rights than you non-vegans. That makes so much sense if you're a bigot. Yeah, we don't have the same rights as you because you're the superior class. It sounds like you're saying you're better than us, but that's the exact thing you said that you disliked about vegans, that you thought we were saying we're better than people, but no, you're doing exactly that. Do you see how you're projecting everything you're saying about vegans tonight? At least you're just revealing things about yourself as revealed through your actual words here. But anyway, I think Peter took care of him. That was a fun lasty. Thanks for Peter. But yeah, put him out for 24 hours. I just want to show him everything he's saying is just a projection, but it probably doesn't matter to him. He's just trolling anyway. So anyway. Yeah, we need better trolls, huh, Vondi? Yeah, G-Line, there's so many people protesting regardless of what to eat. Yeah, shaking our heads. Like, how does that have anything to do with anything? Okay, so anyway, thanks, Peter. He's gone. Yeah, better class of trolls is definitely needed. Yeah, we need to elevate our trolls here. Like, how can we get a better class of trolls rather than these poop flingers? Flatlander, good point. I think Uncle has wondered this too. Like, someday we will get an intelligent troll, or is that an oxymoron, huh? Or an intelligent anti-vegan even, or is that an oxymoron? When we see Smoking the Third, Peter, if we see Smoking the Third before I sign out here, you have complete authority to ban him immediately. Okay, so go for it. I don't even have to see it. Just ban him immediately. All right, so 2.5 hours. Any last minute questions? Well, your cult leader is here right now. So again, I apologize for not being able to create a proper video this week. Just stuff got busy this week, and having the utility fiasco yesterday didn't help. I thought he was going to come at noon, be out like at 1:30, and have all day yesterday to work on a video. And but then we had the premieres yesterday as well. The Angie's date night at Disneyland, and then my music video. So that took some time out there, but it just didn't work. So I'll get some videos made this week for sure. I shouldn't say for sure, knock on wood. I plan to. I'm not going to. I'll start working on it this weekend. maybe I'll make a video responding to VD. That I hate giving her any attention, but once again, if I respond to her, I won't mention her name, I won't mention her channel or anything like that. I'll just refer to her as VD. All right, Dr. Bear, good night. I'm going to say good night too, guys. Blondie, I had no bananas today because I went out with Angie this morning for breakfast and coffee. All right, guys, so all right, so yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I'm tired, I'm hungry as always. All right, you want to ban the troll? I was about to say goodbye. If not, I will do it myself. All right, guys. So again, thank you for joining me and us, all of us here, gathering with our little vegan cult here, with your vegan cult leader, who will soon be world domination, totalitarian dictator, the benevolent kind. I'll be one of those in the future. So thanks for setting me on that path. And let's see, I have no other announcements. Yeah, just other than I was dumb this week and didn't get a video made, but I will. And I will look at all your suggestions, Peter. It's got to be the same guy. It's about how long it takes, those 3-minute intervals. That's about how long it takes to create a new user account for YouTube. But anyway, so yeah, guys. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to think. I keep feeling like I'm forgetting to tell you something, but I'm not. So anyway, I'm just going to say goodbye and thank you. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Uncle, for moderating and banning and timing out people who need to be dealt with like that. Thank you for all our viewers, our channel members. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your super chat tips, everyone. They are much appreciated, much used. And you know I'm not going to go blow it at a movie theater or something like that. I'm going to save it for important things like bills or going out for lunch or something like that with Angie. So thank you so much. And I will consider possibly doing a 420 live stream tomorrow. I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm not promising anything. Okay, so don't get your hopes up. So if you see a notification, just go, cool, bonus surprise here, you know? So I'll think about it, see how it all, you know, I'll sleep on it is what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you guys for all your support and thanks for your ideas, encouraging me to do weird things like that. So I'll think about it. All right, guys, so much love. I'll see